Firstly, a lot of people are at this position कि अभी board exam खत्म हो गया है. And if your board exam went well, I'm happy for you. If your board exam did not go well, I'm even more happy for you because now you have the ability and opportunity to prove everyone wrong. There are people with 70, with 65 percentage also who have gotten into Bodh Gaya, Jammu and Indore. Obviously, Rohtak has a very high weightage to past academics. Lanchi also has 20% weightage. But even if your board exams did not go well, right now you have the golden opportunity to prove everyone wrong and take that as a motivational factor. Now, what you need to do is you need to practice questions that are very, how do I say, IPMAT like. The biggest problem that people do in the last 50 days is that they have a copium mechanism where they focus on solving very, very simple and easy questions. For example, LOD1. Now, सिर्फ LOD1 करने से कैसे होगा IPMAT इंडोर का mock solve? होगा ही नहीं. If you take some question ka, textbooks which are not IPMAT level, and if you try to solve it, hoga nahi questions IPMAT Indore mein. That is a given fact. So solve the right resources. Now this does not mean कि I'm telling you कि afterwards of solve करो. अरे बहुत सारे right resources है. आरडी शर्मा का questions उठा लो for quantitative aptitude mathematics. Really good questions, fantastic questions. You're going to learn a lot from that. Right. In the mock, in the actual exam, you will solve only the easy questions. While practicing, you will come out of your comfort zone and practice the hardest of questions. And the reason for doing this, hold on, I need to put it here so I can keep typing along with this. The reason for doing this is so that, I'll speak a little louder, is so that difficult questions, aka questions that make you cry, feel annoyed, feel like shit, are the ones that teach you the most. Some questions can even, you know, test like 75% of a concept. And only when you do questions like these will life become better, because on day one you will hate that question. But by the time you become better, these questions are your saving grace. And that's why in bookmarks also, we've given you an option to put important questions. Now, let me give you an example of an important question like that. So if I go to mocks over here, wait, I need to open from a different account. Give me a second. Really sorry. बहुत सारा tabs खुल गया था. Yep. I'm going to open one question in which you'll be able to learn a lot about averages, especially in the case of minimization and maximization of things. And also we are having an all India mock, so stay tuned for that. So this one question is very hard. People are not really going to like it when they first see it. But once they go through it, they'll learn a lot about it. And you can also see it. Now, the thing is, and a lot of people also ask you, why do we not show the accuracy rate when it comes to the question, is because of this. Right now, the accuracy of this question is 7.96%. But if someone sees this in the last 30, 50 days, they will be like, अरे सिर्फ 8% accuracy है, हमको क्यों करना है ये question? हम नहीं करेंगे ये question. ये question. अरे check your internet, मेरा तो बहुत fast है यार. Yes, you will be able to see the live video later. And yes, the All India mock is free. Anyways, sorry, don't get distracted from the chat. So yes, point being, 8% accuracy does not mean that the question is extremely hard. It just means that this is a question that NCRT, CBSE, or most coaching centers do not touch upon. And always remember that it is memory over logic. When I say it's memory over logic, this is what I mean. एक minute, let me just fix my windows. ये इधर आ जाओ, ये इधर आ जाओ. Yes, done. So when I say it's memory over logic, I mean to say this: memory over logic. कि जब एग्जाम सेंटर में बैठे होंगे, your brain is not going to work to an extent that you will be able to think of the logic for that particular question unless you're really smart. So what helps you? Your memory कि हमने ऐसे का similar question किया है. क्योंकि हमने वो question किया है, हमको आता है वो क्वेश्चन कैसे सॉल्व करना है अभी. That is your memory working, not your logic. ठीक है. So when you see a question like this, if you see it for the first time, you might not be able to solve it because visualization नहीं हो रहा है. Already फट रहा है कि टाइम कम है, एक्चुअल एग्जाम है, लोग का माउस क्लिक सुन सुन के you'll have a lot of tension. Now, because of that, you should learn to solve hard questions, especially when it comes to your analysis. So, point number one, solve hard questions and learn from it. So, let's go through this question together. There are 13 books in a library, with a median weight being 0.1 kg, average being 0.15 kg. And note the difference between mean, median, and mode. Average matlab sum of everything divided by n. Median matlab middlemost value. Mode matlab most occurring frequency. Last year आ गया एक 3 क्वेश्चन शॉर्ट आंसर में, लोग को मालूम ही नहीं था मीन मीडियन मोड क्या है. So please remember the terminologies. All the weights are in multiples of 50 gram. No other book is as heavy or heavier than the AfterBoards textbook. So this is nothing but less than the weight of AfterBoards textbook. Heavy or heavier. So understand that English also plays a huge part in this, deciphering the math questions which have a big passage or a paragraph of sorts. So, what can be the least possible weight of the textbook? So, your objective is to identify as quickly as possible. And if you're a visual learner like me, think along these lines. कि ठीक है, हमारा median weight, so the middlemost value का 100 ग्राम है. हमको मालूम है कि AfterBoards textbook is the heaviest. There's no other book which is of the same weight. Everything is less than that. और हमको चाहिए लीस्ट पॉसिबल वेट. तो ये क्वेश्चन नंबर ये बुक नंबर 13 है ना, इसमें सबसे कम वेट चाहिए. इसमें सबसे कम वेट चाहिए तो इधर सबसे ज्यादा वेट होगा. So only when you visualize like this and a similar question comes, because all the quantitative aptitude sections of competitive exams love testing things like these. So इसमें सबसे highest weight तो इसमें सबसे lowest weight तो इसमें सबसे highest weight. And only when you distribute it like that will your brain remember कि okay, this is how you distribute weights. This is how you find averages when you have the mean, median given. This is how I can find the least weight or the most weight and whatnot. So when you're doing all of this, practice hard questions, do not skip it. And the reason I'm again and again emphasizing on that is because when we go through our students and see their data, they try to skip difficult questions while analyzing. Analyzing के time अच्छे से देखो, mock लिखते वक्त skip करो. Now, when you learn it from the solution, you will be able to answer almost every type of question of that nature. And that is what is important. अरे क्या हो गया? Someone said कि voice gone. Voice नहीं है. Voice तो है ना? Cool, cool, cool. All right. ठीक है. Now that we've gone through point number 1, let's go to the next one. Firstly, it is unfortunate that a lot of different people who solve questions, and we see this on WhatsApp, that they are not able to get the best quality questions. They solve something which is very easy because perhaps their offline coaching center does not know about IPMAT properly. They club them in with, SCT, NPAT, and Christ University exams. So please know that IPMAT level questions are important. How do you know it's an IPMAT level question? You can attempt the last year paper, or you can put it on Reddit, you can put it on a social media platform where aspirants can help you, or you can leave us a text. Right now, we keep getting shadow banned on WhatsApp, which is a little annoying, but whenever we get time and the opportunity, we'll reply to you. Solve the right resources, go through the hardest of questions, and understand memory over logic. कम marks आया mock में तो क्या? हमारा objective एक ही चीज है. We will learn everything in the mock and pray to God that the same question comes in the actual exam. And that is what your mentality should be. Now, your board exams are over and you need to, you know, write marks. And you might be someone who has to just start quants or verbal ability. You have a little bit of base thanks to high school. So this is what you need to do. Also, guys, I am keeping it open on mobile. The quality is really good. Like I can read text really well. So please check your internet connection once. ठीक है? All right. The live will be saved. Okay, ठीक है. Coming back to the things. Why do you write mocks? Chat में बोलो. Why do you write mocks? Do you write mocks so that you can see how much marks you will get in the actual exam? Do you write mocks so that you can, compare yourself with others? Why do you write mocks? Let's see. बीच में और कोई chat में कोई question है क्या? I'm a NEET second global aspirant. Should I consider to give the IPMAT? Priyanshu, please check the eligibility of IPMAT because they have an age criteria. You might not be eligible also, and I'm sorry to hear that. To check your prep, to get a feel of the exam, to get to know the topics I'm lacking. And value do mocks from afterboards. Afterboards best. And it's like we have 15 mocks for free. वही खत्म करो तो पैसा क्यों लेना है यार? Reality check to feed data to SWOT analysis to get an idea where I stand, to know where we stand, to compare ourselves with others, to understand the pattern, to get exposure, to be depressed, to not freak out under pressure. Okay, so this time I feel the aspirants are a lot more smarter because when I asked this question initially in the last year when we had a similar live session, everyone said ताकि हमको मालूम हो सके कि कितना marks आएगा actual exam में. That is the wrong mentality to have. And I've told this earlier, and this is an amazing secret. Ki I am Indore, I am Ranchi, I am Jammu, I am Bodh Gaya, I am Rohtak. None of these colleges look at your mock scores. So mock में 0 भी आएगा, 10 भी आएगा, 50 भी आएगा, 200 भी आएगा, does not matter. There's a reason that mocks are like a no ball. No ball में out भी हो जाओ कोई problem नहीं है. You write mocks in order to understand value lack, to feed data to the SWOT analysis. That's the main objective. And the second main objective is to become so comfortable with the time, so comfortable with sitting for 2.5 hours that you don't feel stressed in the actual exam. You don't feel stressed when you come and see the monitor and see a different UI because our UI is exactly the same as the mock exam. You will go and write the exam, you will feel at home. And that is the objective, to become familiar with things. If you keep doing the same thing 20 different times, perhaps the 21st time, the probability of you doing it well increases. So that's the main objective. Okay? Now, you miss out on strategy if you choose to learn concepts without giving marks. And this is very important. A lot of people don't write mocks क्योंकि उनका डर है कि low marks आएगा. Low marks आएगा तो कैसे होगा काम? So don't have that fear. That is very irrational. I mean, it is understandable to have that fear, but don't have that fear. It is irrational and also unnecessary. Your objective is to understand your strategy. What is strategy? देखो, strategy is such a loose term that has been exploited by various coaching centers. But there's one strategy that every coaching center gets right, and that is called the ABC strategy. Abhi karo, baad mein karo, chhod do. Or it is also called the round one, round two, round three strategy. The entire objective यही है कि knowing max is not enough. Understanding the level of a question after seeing it for 10-15 seconds is the greatest superpower you can have if you are an IPMAT aspirant. The greatest superpower is to figure out कि ये question आसान है, I can solve it in 1 minute. And that superpower only gets developed if you have exposure to as many questions as possible. And that, my friends, is strategy. Understanding कौन सा question करना है, कौन सा question हटाना है. And with that, you will be able to manage time smarter. But now for people who are writing mocks, they have this very interesting question कि marks क्यों नहीं आ रहे हैं? पढ़ाई तो हो गया. They have evolved from the question of पढ़ाई क्यों नहीं हो रहा है? पढ़ाई हो रहा है, but marks नहीं आ रहा है. And that's the biggest problem. Right. And also, guys, chat me. I'm seeing a lot of questions. We will have a Q&A round in like 15-20 minutes. So please do not worry. Please do not worry. ठीक है, अभी questions होगा तो I will not be able to answer it. तो मुश्किल हो जाएगा. Okay. Now, अरे वॉइस कम क्यों है अभी? अभी तो पूरा परफेक्ट होना चाहिए वॉइस. कैन समवन प्लीज कंफर्म? हेलो हेलो हेलो. अरे पूरा सही है वॉइस. आई विल नॉट बी हुडविंक्ड बाई पीपल. ठीक है. नाउ मार्क्स क्यों नहीं आ रहे हैं? Two problems. Problem one, syllabus is complete but marks are stagnant. Problem two, you don't know the concept. Now, it is an unfortunate reality that this is the case. Abhi, I was talking to some aspirant and they told me कि भैया आशीष में marks नहीं आ रहे हैं. So I asked them, क्यों नहीं आ रहे हैं marks? I was very confused because the time they used to take was only 5 minutes for all the questions. I'm like, ठीक है, 3-4 minute और दे दो, हो जाएगा. Perhaps you will have a better understanding. Don't try to rush it. And then that student told me, and you won't believe it, भैया हम आरसी में पैसेज नहीं पढ़ते हैं, हम डायरेक्टली आंसर कर देते हैं विद द लिमिटेड नॉलेज दैट आई हैव, ताकि टाइम वेस्ट ना हो. हम क्या बोले? I was like, shit. In my wildest of imaginations, I would have never thought that this was the case. कि क्वेश्चन नहीं पढ़ेंगे, आंसर करेंगे हम डायरेक्टली. तो आरसी ही नहीं पढ़ा. So now that is the same issue with syllabus. Many people do LOD 1 and think is syllabus complete. Many people watch 2 videos on YouTube and think is syllabus complete. अरे भाई syllabus कभी complete हो ही नहीं सकता. You need to recognize that syllabus is just a guiding light. कि ये direction में देखो, ये direction में देखो, ये direction में देखो. अभी IPMAT में कोई out of syllabus question होता नहीं है क्योंकि syllabus है ही नहीं IPMAT का. IIM Indore does not promise you कि ये इधर से ही question आएगा. IIM Indore does not promise you that. So कहाँ से भी आ सकता है? 2021 में when I was writing the exam, my entire strategy relied on MCQ खोलो, 5 question bar graph table ये खत्म करो, use the calculator on top and move on. क्या आया? एक tournaments and fixtures का logical reasoning set. हुआ ही नहीं. टाइम भी वेस्ट किया. ज़्यादा टाइम वेस्ट कर दिया. तो MCQ sectional cut off मेरा हुआ भी नहीं. So that is the issue. Syllabus is not limited, कुछ भी आ सकता है, but with the limited syllabus that you are completing or at least tending towards completion, you should have high attempt rate and accuracy. So if your syllabus is complete but marks are stagnant and you feel like this cat over here, you need to understand what went wrong. A lot of people have this feeling कि हमने ये mock में नहीं कर पाए but actual exam में हो सकता था. Sorry, actual exam में नहीं हो पाए, but when you're analyzing the mock, you feel कि ये हो सकता था, कि I could have done it. Right? Now that becomes a very annoying thing. Ki why is it not happening in the mock? Why am I doing it in the analysis? Mock में क्या different हो रहा है? Am I not smart enough कि in the mock I'm not able to do it? If you are feeling like this, don't worry. You're at a better position than people who are with problem number 2 कि उनको concept ही नहीं आता. अरे at least you were able to do it during analysis यार. वही बड़ा बात है. How do you fix this? You will hate my answer for this. You will absolutely hate me for this. But the only way to fix it is to keep solving as many questions as possible such that you don't make the same mistake again. That is the reason why there are 25 marks. कि सब चीज़ खत्म करो. हर ऑल इंडिया मॉक लिखो, हर जगह से इतना एक्सपोजर मिलेगा कि नेक्स्ट टाइम यू विल फील कि अरे ये वाला मॉक का ये क्वेश्चन था, अभी अभी सॉल्व करते हैं इसको. Because it will always be memory over logic. Your logical part of the brain will work really well when you're calm, when you don't have time pressure. The logical part of your brain will not work when it is being rushed. And that is why great ideas come not when you are sitting and thinking कि अब एक great idea निकालना है, but when you go out for a walk, when you play with your friends, when you touch grass. Please understand that this is how the human brain works. There's nothing wrong with you. This is what happens with every goddamn person, right? And that is why your memory will always be a better friend than your logical part of your brain. Apart from that, you might have silly mistakes, time management, revision, nahi kiya hoga, silly, fall. Like in your, this is something that I used to make in my 10th standard. I was solving a question, max ka. Uh, वो टाइम हमारे टाइम फॉर्मेटिव असेसमेंट और समेटिव असेसमेंट होता था सीबीएसई में. So I was solving a question, linear equation का, started off with 4x. 4x, step 2 में भी 4x. तो जल्दी जल्दी लिखते लिखते 4x 9x हो गया. So when you make silly mistakes like that, you will not get the final answer. अब IPMAT में step marks कहाँ है? Answer तो चाहिए. So one more thing I recommend is please have a look at the options, at least in MCQ, because all the options exist to confuse you. Just think, okay, is there a way I could have gotten option number 2 as my answer? Abhi to mera answer option 3 aa gaya. Option 2 ho sakta tha kya if I missed something. So if you start thinking like that, now, only if you have time, obviously, you might just find this mistake that you did in your calculation. So understand all the options exist to trap you. And now I'm going to give you an example of something like that. So AfterBoards ka previous year people kholte ek baar. This was a question I made mistake in, and I feel terrible. I feel so dumb that I made a silly mistake like this. ठीक है? Question ऐसे का था. The highest possible value of the ratio of a full digit number and the sum of its full digit. So what did I do? I was like, IPMAT. Highest full digit number 99999. Sum of its digit 36. अरे आंसर भी है ऑप्शन में. I ticked. I went forward. I did not spend more than 20 seconds in this particular question. But एक बार सोचो ना, all of these questions are being made by IIM professors. एक reason होगा कि 1000 exist. एक reason होगा. क्या हो सकता है reason? Can I get to 1000? Think about it. Can I reverse engineer my way to 1000? And then you read the question again, ki the highest possible value of the ratio of a full digit number. Oh, the question did not say the ratio of the highest full digit number. They want the highest ratio of a full digit number, not the ratio of the highest full digit number. So I'm like, okay, wait, एक minute. 1000 भी तो एक full digit number है. 1000 दिख रहा है full digit है. Sum of its digit is 1, ratio भी 1000 है. These small things will help you save that precious 4 marks. Actually, मेरा -1 हो गया, and I missed my MCQ cutoff by 2 marks. Imagine. ठीक है? And even if you look at the accuracy, you can see कि ठीक है, 51% accuracy. तो वही है, English ठीक से पढ़ो, mistake मत बनाओ, and don't rush into the answer. ठीक है? Cool. तो करो यार, build strategy. Also, the thing is, I have not seen this properly before. Vani just made it and sent it to me. So even I am looking at all these cat pictures for the first time. So, well, yes, very fun, very fun. So, ठीक है. So, common to any strategy, ABC हुआ, ये करो, वो करो, or anything that your coaching center says. Firstly, question identify करना सीख लो. This is your main big superpower. Secondly, time taken समझो कि एक question में 10 minute देना perhaps is not a smart idea. When the section only has 40 minutes, 25% of the time एक ही question में मत दो. Question हो नहीं, if the question is not happening, move on. And this is a very famous line, which I keep saying always. 33% in board exam is passing mark. 33% of your MCQ total marks is above the cutoff. Like क्या है? 0.33 MCQ में 120 marks, 39.6. It's more than the cutoff. So don't try to think of this as your board exam. Please try to think of this as the IPMAT exam, which is an elimination exam. Board exam is evaluation. IPMAT is elimination. If IPMAT can eliminate you so quickly, you can also have the guts. You can also have the guts to eliminate questions very quickly. So think of it in that line. Okay? Now, second thing, you don't know the concept. Last 50 days में हो सकता है क्या if you don't know the concept? हो सकता है depending on your base. And this is how. Your objective right now in the last 30 days or 50 days would not be to learn the things that you might like. देखो ट्रिग्नोमेट्री आपसे हुआ नहीं है कभी जिंदगी में तो 10 दिन मत डालो ट्रिग्नोमेट्री में. That's my logic. राइट नाउ क्या क्या आता है, किसमें एफिनिटी है, कैसे प्रोग्रेशन इन सीरीज हुआ, perhaps you have a better understanding of that, right? Like let me open oh ये fix करना पड़ेगा. Let me open the past year paper. Give me a second. IPMAT past year questions. And let's open the syllabus एक बार, ठीक है? And over here, you should also understand कि obviously बोलने में I say कि ये important chapter है, but कभी कभी वो question उतना आएगा नहीं. It's very dependent and subjective. जैसे अभी triangles हुआ. Triangles का उतना कोई सीन नहीं था until 2023. 2024 में 5 question आ गए that used similar concepts that are taught in triangles. So that becomes important. Now look at modern math. Matrices and determinants बहुत था. Like imagine in 2022, you see so many questions come and you're like, अरे ये बहुत important chapter है, ये अच्छे से पढ़ के जाओ. But उसके बाद सिर्फ एक question आया, थोड़ा मुश्किल हो जाता है, right? So don't try to look at this as a blueprint. Try to look at it as a guiding light. Some questions वो तो हर बार थोड़ा थोड़ा आता ही रहता है, like progression and series हुआ, logarithm हुआ. But that also means कि next year that could only be one question of logarithm. उनका मर्जी, ठीक है? But point being, you can start off with the question subtopics that you're comfortable with. So सोचो logarithm ही करना है. And for especially for the non-math student, please know कि I'm someone who मेरा 12th तो कोविड बैच था. तो think of me as a non-math only. ठीक है, मेरे से calculus होता ही नहीं है, होगा भी नहीं. I have given up on that. तो logarithm जो है, I was able to solve the logarithm question in IPMAT. I could not solve the time speed distance question in IPMAT. Even though I was like, ये मुश्किल chapter ही, ये आसान concept है. So please understand that every chapter का basics जो सीख लो, वो उतना मुश्किल नहीं होगा. Even in trigonometry, बहुत simple basics सीख लो कि know what is sine 0, know what is sine 90. It's that very simple rule, root of 1 by 4, root of 2 by 4, root by 3 by 4. उतना तो सीख लो. By chance एक easy 4 mark आ गए, तो you should not miss out on that. ठीक है? Now people will ask a complete geometry छोड़ दूँ क्या? For those people, I want to show you one thing. If right now you cannot solve or understand anything because your basics are just not real, then perhaps prioritize the other topics and then look into geometry if you have time left. Time left nahi hai to mushkil hai. If you had 100 days, 150 days, then I would be like geometry करना ही है तुमको. पर अभी वो freedom नहीं है क्योंकि बहुत late हो गया है. So ठीक है, without geometry you can clear the cutoff, sure, but given the fact that you have absolute accuracy in the other subtopics. Now if I open geometry, ठीक है, एक बार let me open trigonometry. If none of these questions make any sense to you, like solution देखने के बाद भी कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा है, तो ठीक है, let it be, just know the basics. Some people might be able to solve it very quickly thanks to their school में or their math का background, but if genuinely कुछ समझ नहीं आ रहा है, then ठीक है, don't prioritize this. Try to become better at other subtopics because time is limited. Like ये तो क्या है, NCERT type का question है ना, 10th standard का applications of trigonometry बनाओ just find tan 45, find tan 30. ये तो उतना मुश्किल नहीं है in my opinion. I suck at maths and मेरे से भी ये हो जाता है. So basic trigonometry like this, well, all you need to know was the value of tan 45, tan 30 and make the diagram. I think you can do that. If you think you can do it, give it a shot. Past year paper भी try कर लो थोड़ा solve करने में. ये 2022 में आया, ये 2024 में आ गया. And you can see उतना मुश्किल तो नहीं लग रहा है मुझे, right? So that is important. Oh, hi Gyan, what is up? Now, so if trigonometry is this easy, okay, this 4 marks could have been gotten because last year's MCQ was hard, man, was hard. And if questions like these could not have been solved, it becomes even more difficult. So, basic seek law. Now, coming to other things of geometry, let me, let me select everything. Circle, solid, quadrilateral, triangle, conic sections, and change the difficulty to easy. एक चीज सीख लो, if I say there's a polygon with 7 sides, what is the interior angle? Please know all those formula. Please know the sum of interior angles. Very helpful. learn the basics of circles, क्योंकि IPMAT for some reason has a fetish with circles. हर बार कोई ना कोई circle का formula use हो ही जाता है graph बनाना. सीख लो circle का, बहुत help होता है. Like imagine if you just knew कि x square plus y square equal to r square is the equation of circle. R square equal to 4, r equal to 2, circle का radius 2 है, -5, 0 से कितना distance लगेगा, maximum distance between the point and the circle. हो गया काम, हो गया, genuinely हो गया काम. Easy 4 marks, फिर भी accuracy इतना कम है क्योंकि लोग सोचते नहीं. और ये 2019 में आया और 2024 में फिर से similar question आ गया. The shortest distance of a given point to a given circle is 4 centimeter, longest distance is 9 centimeter. Exact same logic, exact same logic. फिर भी accuracy नहीं पता. So what do you want? Please go through all the PYPs. Very important. और देखो यार कितना मेहनत से इतना अच्छा past year paper का solutions was made by this aspirant. Her name is Samriti. Really awesome. And her handwriting is really good. Like this is what my parents wanted out of me. So this is why I'm saying कि geometry का past year at least कर लो. ठीक है, 4 hours का marathon या playlist by any of the cat coaching 6 hours 8 hours geometry उसका time नहीं होगा, ठीक है, no issues. But please past year questions to कर ही लो. Like one more, I'll show you one more question. The lengths of the sides of a triangle are x 21 and 40, where 40 is the shortest side. What is the logic? कि sum of two sides must be greater than the third side. बहुत simple. If I teach this logic to my fifth standard cousin, he will also be able to solve it. But 33% of the IPMAT aspirants did not solve it. What a shame. What a shame. Same logic again came in IPMAT Indore 2024. The number of triangles with integer sides and with perimeter 15. Accuracy और भी कम हो गया. Same property, common sense लगा के solve हो जाएगा. Common sense. Number 8 करो, 7 करो, 6 करो, 5 करो. ठीक है, 4 भी कर दो, 3 भी कर दो, एक बार check कर दो. Right. Basic common sense. If you had just solved a past year paper, you would have solved two geometry questions, which is 8 marks of MCQ, and 8 marks out of 31, which was the cutoff. 4 marks was given free to everyone, is 25% of the cutoff. 25% of the work would have been over if you just put a little bit of effort in going through the past year papers. I hope that makes sense, everyone. Okay? So I feel like someone should cut my part out and make a reel ki Bhavesh venting on geometry for like 5 minutes straight. You don't know the concept. Put your ass to work and learn the goddamn concepts, at least all the concepts that have come in the past year paper. Very helpful, 100% recommended. 10 is to 10. Okay? एक minute, this bloody aspirant, I'm sorry, I'm not calling you bloody, ये आपका username है. I have bad academics, but अब cat mock दिए, तो सही result आ रहा है. Past academics कितना role play करता है? Please tell. IPMAT form fill करो या सिर्फ JIPMAT? भाई सब चीज़ fill करो. Please fill everything. And if you found the cat mock easier, I'm not sure which cat mock you've given. So I hope that makes sense. So let's get back to things. You don't know the concept. Oh wow. Hey, क्या cute presentation है यार. ठीक है, you don't know the concept. How do you learn the concept? this genuinely feels like a group project where your group mate teammate has given the PowerPoint and you're seeing it for the first time and you are also trying to make points on the go. Okay, so someone is asking um again same cheese cat ka. Hey, fill everything, yeah. Bhaiya, are you gay? Bhai, everyone is a little gay, to be very honest, and only when you accept that will you be secure about the things you do in your life. So yes. Concepts. Bookmark, learn from solution, go back to mistakes frequently, go back to particular chapter once revised. And this is very important. If you do not revise, you will forget. This is a fact of life. The sun rises in the east. If you do not revise, you will forget. This is a fact of life. Now understand that there's no easy solution to fix this. You can't work like an SD card. You can't work like the hard disk or the pen drive that you have. The human nature is to forget, but you can't forget about your crush, can you? Sorry. The point being that you need to learn the concept, perhaps from videos. And God, I cannot emphasize how important it is to learn from videos that do not stretch things out unnecessarily. So, for people who might not have all access, I wanted to share a particular thing we made with respect to PNC. Okay? We made something, um, and it's really well made. Okay? I want to go through this for a couple of minutes. If you could kindly bear it with me. ब्लडी एस्पिरेंट देखो ये है क्रैश कोर्स अब भी अभी दिखाता हूँ क्रैश कोर्स राइट सो इमेजिन यू हैव थ्री बॉल्स ग्रीन ब्लू रेड ठीक है इज एवरीथिंग विजिबल आई थिंक थोड़ा सा इशू हो जाता है व्हेन आई डू ऐसे का 1 सेकंड गिव मी अ सेकंड लेट मी फिक्स दिस okay Ayush bring out geometry videos we'll be having it in a couple of weeks cool let's see if this works properly the cropping is a little weird until then I'm going to reply to a commence IPM 26 के prep कब से शुरू करो अभिलाष the sooner you do the higher the chances it's like a probability I will always call it bloody aspirant क्योंकि aspirant का spelling भी गलत है class 10 80% class 12 65 is that a decent score it is not but that does not mean you're dumb that does not mean you cannot be successful in life ठीक है so एक मिनट थोड़ा सा नीचे ठीक है now let's go through PNC ठीक है this is the way we teach in our crash course ठीक है PNC अभी तीन कलर के balls हैं green blue red now when you're doing combinations you can select green and then blue blue and then red green and then red ठीक है now in this case the order does not matter green blue एक ही चीज है blue green भी एक ही चीज है but if the order matters green blue can become blue and green blue red can become red and blue ठीक है ये basic common sense है anyone who has done max till 10 standard will know this. So we are not going to beat around the bush. Idiom of the day. We are going to cut to the chase. Idiom of the day. And whenever people ask na ki bhaiya how do I practice verbal ability, it's all about language. You cannot practice verbal ability and quants in the same way. Quants में question लगा दो 50 हो ही जाएगा. I promise you. अच्छे quality questions. Verbal ability में 50 questions लगा दो कुछ नहीं होगा. I promise you. Because verbal ability is less about practicing questions. It's a lot more about treating it as a language. Talking, thinking, typing, texting, all of it should be in English if you really want to, fix things out. So anyways, basic formula, you get the gist. ऐसे 3 है, ऐसे 6 है. Permutations में order matters, combinations में order does not matter. Now, when this is the case, think of it with the same concept as decision tree or a fundamental principle of counting. If I take the green ball first, I can then choose blue or I can then choose red. If I choose the blue ball first, I can again choose green or red. So first choice mein, I have 3 different options. Second choice mein, I have 2 different options. So 3 into 2 is 6. Same logic. अभी ये logic सीख के you will be able to understand the number of ways to rearrange, say, the word book. Initial letter, you have 4 different options. Imagine you choose B. Second option, killer, you have 3 different things O, O, K. Imagine you choose the O. Third option, killer, you have 2 remaining letters, then you have 1 remaining letter, basic common sense. But now, this O and this O सेम ही चीज होगा ऐसे भी बुक आएगा ऐसे भी बुक आएगा वी कैन जस्ट शफल दी ओ सो ये O1 है और ये O2 है so if O2 comes and then O1 or if O1 comes and then O2 it's the same word it does not make a difference so identical हुआ so just subtract it with the number of identical items right so O occurs 2 times so 2 factorial now if the same thing had to be done with banana, and I hope people are listening, please, I'm going to show you a method, and then you'll be like, wow, this is really cool. So ये banana hua, right? Now how do? You find the total number of letters. It is 6. A comes 3 times, N comes 2 times. You put it in the denominator, you get the answer. Very basic stuff, right? Same logic as what we did. If you found it fast, get the all access. I've explained it while bleeding. Abito, I'm just going, all in. Now, this thing, number of solutions. And this is a question that has come in IPMAT 2024. A plus B plus C plus D equal to 10. And I want you to think of it in the same way as banana and book. And here's how. Imagine, and also all the variables need to be greater than or equal to 0. So basically whole number. So 0 plus 1 plus 1 plus 8. That also gives you 10. So imagine all of these 10 are represented by P. Okay? Now you need to divide P such that you can put all of the number of P's in each of the bucket. Imagine bucket A mein you have 2. Bucket B mein you have 3. Bucket C mein you have 4. Bucket D mein you have 1. So if there are 3 equal to signs, so 3 plus signs, you will have 3 डंडा. Now सोचो ये डंडा को हम I बोल देते हैं, ठीक है? And my friends, this is called the PP method, patent pending. Can you just rearrange this pip 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 pip? Total number of letters क्या था? Same logic as book, same logic as banana. Total number of letters is nothing but 10 plus 3, क्योंकि 10 पीस है, 3 addition sign है, तो 10 plus 3 13 हो गया. अभी नंबर ऑफ आइडेंटिकल आइटम्स क्या है? 10 पीट है, 3 आइट है, हो गया. सॉल्व करो 286. सेम लॉजिक. नाउ दिस इज नथिंग बट वो होता है ना n प्लस आर माइनस 1 सी आर माइनस 1 लॉजिक. ऐसे का कुछ फॉर्मूला है. आई एम नॉट श्योर ऑफ द फॉर्मूला बिकॉज आई हैव गिवन अप रिमेंबरिंग फॉर्मूला बिकॉज पीपी मेथड इज माय बेस्ट फ्रेंड. सो फॉर एनीवन वंडरिंग, you can think of PNC in a very logical manner. Same way, imagine all the i's were at the end. That means A is equal to 10, B, C, D is equal to 0. So ऐसे पूरा number of solution हो जाएगा. Natural number maybe, you can just replace the entire thing. Like A, it needs to be at least 1. So right side को 6 कर दो क्योंकि 4 इधर है. Now solve this as a whole number. You will get the answer. Exact same logic. And this is how, without remembering a formula, you can solve questions. What type of questions? Thank you for asking. दिखाते हैं what type of questions. Let me open the previous year question. Bloody aspirant. किसी के पास crack है share कर दो. भाई अभी अभी narcotics को बोलेंगे because crack means drugs. Anyways, कहाँ गया वो question? Was it in the essay section or was it in the MC? No, इधर था. Right. इधर भी same logic हुआ है using the beggars method. People call it stars and bars, or beggars method. I call it PP method because it's funny. So this was one question that you could have solved using the exact same logic. And even in essay section, I believe there's a question like this. कहाँ गया यार? अच्छा question था. Does anyone recall कौन सा question था? Wait, एक minute. Topics, modern math, permutation combination. No, I think यही question था. I might be, getting confused with one more year का paper then. तो हाँ. Oh, sorry, yes, 2023 में ऐसे का question आया था. A plus B plus C, 21 to 25. So same logic, 21 ले लो, 20 C2. Once you understand the pattern, you're just replacing P with 2 I's and you're getting the answer at the end of the day. So by just knowing this, and if you paid attention to what I just said, you can also rewind and go about it. You probably will get that easy +4 if a similar question comes in IPMAT Indore 2025. Okay, lovely. Also guys, अभी question मत पूछो यार. Question आंसर राउंड में पूछो, उसके बाद ही देख पाऊंगा, या फिर आई विल फील बैड कि आपने इतना मुश्किल से टाइप किया और आई कैन नॉट रिप्लाई टू यू. तो कॉन्सेप्ट्स, बेसिक कंसेप्चुअल अंडरस्टैंडिंग सीख लो बहुत अच्छे से. वी हैव मेड वीडियोस. होपफुली दिस इज अ nice opportunity for me to go on a segue ki our videos are really good and we are adding more videos every other week. So try it out. And time and work is completely free. Free ka to dekh lo yaar. I hope I don't have to beg you कि free resource खत्म करो, free daily RC खत्म करो, free practice test खत्म करो. इतना तो कर सकते हो आप. आज का word of the day, laconic. Speaking or expressing in few words. Afterboards video lectures are laconic because we speak to the point and we don't waste time. Also, guys, we have the All India mock coming soon. Please look into that also. 4th April, 100% free. It could be helpful. Okay, back to this. Bookmark करो, concept सीखो. I hope I explained from the averages का thing. और एक चीज़, if I may please show to you guys, is this question. A lot of you might know the Flens approach or the median approach to solve the minimal value of modulus. We have explained it in extreme detail कि कैसे काम होता है. You can either watch a 10-minute lecture or you can spend 1 minute and read this. As soon as you finish reading this, समझ भी आ जाएगा. Video भी देखना है, वो भी देख लो. Right. So please go through solutions. And if your coaching is not providing good solutions, you can take afterboards for just $7.99, 15 marks. It's that's $7.99. People spend the least and learn the most. This is something that Isha said, and I keep using that line because it describes afterboards really well. So yes, concepts, pick a topic a day, use the weekend for revising, and that is the most crucial thing that you can do. Now, VA ka kya? If I had a rupee for every time people said this, I would have a lot of rupees. Okay? Okay, I'll just look. Let's take a short 2-minute break. थोड़ा comments address कर देते हैं. Bhaiya, I'm very confused right now. If there's a clash amongst dates of Indore and CUT, as Indore examinations in 12, CUT will start from 8-10 May. What should I do? Shall I go for Indore or not? And आपका hall ticket आया ही नहीं है. What if it does not trash? तो दोनों fill करो. If it trashes, talk to the NTA department. Last year they were able to reschedule थोड़ा सा, but I don't think ऐसे कुछ crazy हो पाएगा. If it crashes, it is unfortunate. But why are you taking tension अभी से? That is future का problem, भाई. अलूनी भाई मॉक्स के साथ साथ टॉपिक्स वगैरह भी कस्टमाइज कर दो सो दैट जिनको जहाँ प्रॉब्लम हो सके टॉपिक परचेज कर सके. अलूनी, we are the only coaching that is actually breaking down the mock का packages. और सब तो बोलते हैं पूरा चीज़ खरीदो. We are giving you the opportunity to um, purchase in small packs. We are not saying कि पूरा 6,000 purchase करो या फिर 3,000 purchase करो. And I hope you can also respect that. Is IED in 2025 CUT syllabus? No, IED hata diya, pura book hata diya. And that is why we are facing a lot of problems in remaking the economics mock. I'm getting 100 in JIPMAT mock. What to do? Bhaiya, give me a one-day strategy. I understand it's a troll message, but for serious people who see this, please start contacting your local colleges. And that does not mean you're dumb. That does not mean you cannot achieve anything in life. That just means in the given time, due to the circumstances that you face in life, you're not at a position to perhaps get the best of all opportunities, and that is okay. You can still be successful in life. You can still be more successful than an IPM student that I am in. Just right now, things might not be going your way. That is completely all right. Don't be demotivated. सिंचन थोड़ा सा कॉमन सेंस लेके मॉड्यूलर्स लगा रहे हो उसमें. 28,000 applications already done. LOL. No pain, no gain. Last time 40,000 हुआ, 20,000 लोग को ही positive mark आया. Bhaiya, can you make a custom pack only for JIPMAT mocks, please? Bharti Kumari, I believe we have a custom pack of that nature. एक minute. दिखाते हैं. Let me open in incognito ताकि मैं login वाला चीज does not come. 2026 aspirant हो, 95% आ रहा है in afterboards mocks. What should be my strategy? Dave, क्या कर रहे हो ठीक है. I cannot help you with strategy. You are doing amazing. Arnav, trigonometric का YouTube video दे दो भैया. I am not a सर्च बार इन यूट्यूब यूट्यूब सर्च करो यार, मिल जाएगा बहुत अच्छे से. तो यार जिपमैट कस्टम पैक चूज कर दो इधर से यार, कितना भी चाहिए. 799 से 1299 स्लाइडर है, मजे करो. Bro butchered my name. Swayam? Wait, when did I take your name? Oh, Savyam, shut up, Sinchan said open. My bad, my bad. What's the coupon code for buying Afterboards test series? Coupon code is called Padai Karo. Oh, we all. Oh, fun fact: we have 1,000 people who've enrolled. We had 1642 people last year, and the biggest claim, and this is something which might be a personal pet peeve. Vani and I, both of us hate putting a banner and saying, "देखो, AIR 2, AIR 3, ये हमारे साथ पढ़ाई किए हैं, इसलिए इनका हुआ है." Like sure, like your effort has helped them out. What that is definitely the case, but almost everyone had like three, four different coachings, three, four different mock packages. They had three, four different schools that helped them. All of them also come from a privileged background ki English utna nahi पढ़ के भी 150 160 उनको आया है, so we don't like taking credits. We had people use afterboards also because we are like a supplement. कोई भी coaching हो, कोई भी classes हो, afterboards का mocks थोड़ा सा तो लेना ही है, and that is the way of life. So that is important. Okay, now let's get back to business. One last question I'll take because this is good. I know you yapped a lot about quants, but for someone who has some fear regarding quants, just clear what is the best. If I give a mock and QA sections daily, yes. I mean, if you are not able to write any question in a mock or sectional properly, I would recommend कि ठीक है थोड़ा basic conceptual video फट से देख लो, such that you know how to approach it, and then you can jump to sectionals. ठीक है? I hope that helps. Gaming channel, afterwards mock QA is so easy. Any other source for JIPMAT. IMS uses CAT ka questions, CAT ka RCs in JIPMAT. If you find the QA easy, perhaps write the past year paper. You might find it easy because JIPMAT is a scoring exam. JIPMAT में 100 marks, 90 marks QA के लिए बहुत लोग के पास है जो अभी IIM जम्मू या बोध गया में है. So it is meant to be like that, and that is how it works. Customizable sectionals, please. Masked man, you can email us with your specific plans that you need. We can make the custom pack for you. Not a big issue whatsoever. Right? Um, let's keep this clean when we're replying. You guys are way protein. But yeah, I have 4599 wala pack. Can I upgrade it without paying full? I mean, you can do 5699 minus 4599, and the difference is what you would need to update with. JIPMAT, yeah, last year solved kiya tha, got 298 400. I have EWS category 2. I started prep 9 days ago. I'm J aspirants. Bloody aspirant, I think you should do a daily RCs ताकि थोड़ा सा vocabulary fix हो जाए. And then 298 is an amazing score. IIM board gear does not have sectional cutoff also. हो ही जाएगा, especially with your EWS safety net too. Does anyone know CUET 2025 economics syllabus? Yes. First link in Google will give you. We are also making a list to make it easy. Who are AV fans? Is AV also here? I doubt he'll be here. He knows what to do. He's like crazy good with quants. It is unfathomable how good he is. But nazar nahi dalna hai. All like, but yes, rooting for him. But JIPMAT hard ho raha hai, you know that. Gaming channel, you will also know कि mock 1 is not equal to mock 2. Mock 3 is one of our hardest JIPMAT mocks. Mock 1 के हिसाब से you cannot judge all the 25 mocks. And I hope you can take it positively and see. Like this is one of the students who's let me skip. This is one of the students, ठीक है? उनको mock 1 में 317 आया. Mock 3 में 285 आया क्योंकि obviously they've also learned, but at the same time the difficulty also increased. And you should look at the peak. अभी mock 1 का peak देखो. Let me open that. ठीक है? इधर peak की 240 270 है तो ठीक है, cut off 300 plus होगा. सोच लो. Very conservative number. 240 to 270. Now let's look at some other JIPMAT mock. Let's take JIPMAT mock 3. It'll peak be 240 270 hai. Let's look at mock, sorry, JIPMAT mock 2. I got confused with that. So JIPMAT mock 2 khol do. Here peak is 210 to 240. So depending on every mock, and each of our mocks are made differently. And that is the main intention. In 2024, every coaching was like, IPMAT Indore tough ho raha hai. But IPMAT Indore's 2024 essay was the easiest among the last 6 years. The cutoff went from 12 to 24. Pura double ho gaya, 100% jump. So please understand कि it's not a linear thing कि मुश्किल हो रहा है, आसान हो रहा है, वो सब मत देखो please. Please use your common sense and understand कि every mock is built differently for you to practice and learn from. And you can look at different peaks. अभी VMA से 70 to 80 है peak. So this was a harder VA section. QA में peak 110 to 120 था. So this was one of the easiest QA sections, JIPMAT Mock 14. Right. Similarly, you can look at different mocks and understand that, okay, things are not how it looks. So please exercise your common sense when it comes to this. Like ये look at QA. Peak is 60 to 70. What does this mean? ये थोड़ा मुश्किल mock था QA के हिसाब से. So I hope that makes sense. But director said that, I promise you, you've heard a rumor, and this is something that I told specifically in the group, that in 2023 webinar, the chairperson, not the director, said that they're looking to make JIPMAT a little harder. And 2023 का पेपर देख लो, 2024 का पेपर देख लो, 2021 से तो थोड़ा मुश्किल है. अभी ऐसे नहीं है कि they want to make it harder तो JEE level का questions लाएंगे. That is very stupid. So please use your common sense यार. अभी जिपमैट इतना IIM हो तक इतना आसान हो गया, फिर भी लोग सॉल्व नहीं कर पाए क्योंकि उनको आता नहीं है हाउ टू सॉल्व क्वेश्चंस फास्ट. उनको सिर्फ आता है हाउ टू सॉल्व डिफिकल्ट क्वेश्चंस. Who will teach you how to solve easy questions quick? Mocks like these will teach you, in which the QA had a cutoff, peak at 110, 100 to 110 के बीच में जो peak था, those mocks will teach you how to solve QA. So yes, Arnav, Chaudhary, please just email us after the meet. I'll help you out. We'll reply over there. भैया प्रैक्टिस अरुण शर्मा से करूँ या आफ्टरबोर्ड्स के मॉक दो? यश, आफ्टरबोर्ड्स के मॉक दो. मॉक में after you attempt the mock, go to your SWOT analysis. Okay, I was about to cover this anyways, so abhi khol deta hai. Like I have opened the student's mock over here, ठीक है? And she is someone who is doing really fantastic with respect to IPMAT and JIPMAT. Very good student, very good backstory too. So if you look at JIPMAT, you can see that she's very good at it. She kept this as the main focus. Green dekho, success rate is about 90% for almost every question. That's not the case with IPMAT Indore, right? IPMAT Indore is thoda different hai. And that is also largely associated with the fact that her modern math is perhaps not the strongest, but she's very good and very fast with solving JIPMAT level quants. And you can also see a similar logic when it comes to easy. Algebra में 8 easy question, 100% accuracy. Medium question, 35% accuracy. So she has played to her strength कि हमको मालूम है कि हमको ये college aim करना है, and she has done this fantastically, right? Now, once you attempt the mock, Yash, once you attempt the mock, your SWOT analysis gets created, and then we come to know about your strengths and weaknesses. Based on that, imagine you see, okay, number system factorization. This is a threat. Then iska Arun Sharma karo. This is what will help you. Let me open IPMAT Indore. Imagine your SWOT analysis showed this. तो ये सब चीज का अरुण शर्मा करो ताकि you get extra practice. This is what you're supposed to do. You know, all these coaching say कि हर mock record, then analyze and then figure out what is your strength, weakness. Don't waste time on that. हम बना के दे देते हैं आपको. You know this. These are your weaknesses because your attempt rate is slow, your accuracy is slow. ये सब चीज please सीख लो. Like look at linear equation. Let's see what happened with linear equation. So 3 questions were given. One of them was gotten wrong in medium level. The others were not attempted. Right. So yay logic hai. Please go and use your SWOT analysis. We've explained how the analysis work. No other coaching is giving you all of this. So wahi hai. Effective, efficiency, time management, you get it over here. You don't have to waste time. So theek hai. Muskan, feel free. If you don't like, abhi I was speaking to an aspirant, theek hai. उनका मार्क्स इज अराउंड 117 आईपीमैट इंडोर. अच्छा मार्क है, 170 अच्छा मार्क है, खराब मार्क तो नहीं है. VA में they're scoring well, QA में also they're scoring decent, like equal है. There's no point of them to sit for 2 hours and learn the basics of quadratic equation क्योंकि उनको already आता है. उनको क्यों फिर से सीखना है product of roots क्या है, sum of roots क्या है, उनको आता है. Use that time to solve difficult questions that make you want to cry. Back to this. Difficult questions that make you cry, feel annoyed, feel like shit, are the ones that teach you most. Some questions can even test like 75% of a concept. So this is important. Bhavesh Blue, is it illegal to have 3 degrees in UG? That is, no, it is not illegal. It is completely legal. कौन बोला illegal है? Okay. My concepts are very clear. I've done 7 marks. Should I give 30 marks in 30 days of afterboards to expose? Sure. If you can analyze and it's not getting overwhelming, sure. I find Indore VA easier than JIPMAT VA. JIPMAT VA has those singular words where you cannot eliminate an option and move forward. So it is understandable why some people would feel that way. Completely okay. I have a serious doubt. Look, I'm scoring more than the peak in your mark, but I scored less than 300. Is it a positive or a negative sign? JEPMAT Mark 5 peak is 210 to 230. My score 250. See, uh, Shitish, it does not mean it's a negative sign or a positive sign. It means that you lie in the between of minimum marks required to score to perhaps where the cutoff could be. So you lie in the border. There's always scope for improvement. 300 लाने से भी 310 बन सकता है, 310 लाने से भी 330 ला सकता है. So don't try to have a upper cap. अभी देखो what your SWOT is saying, अभी देखो what your time analysis is saying, and fix your issues. Learn from your mistakes and don't make them again. It depends on what you're aiming for. Indore का 47 days है, so perhaps you can keep some Indore later. Depending on what is more of a realistic choice, you can move forward. Tejas Sonik, UGC guidelines. I have a junior who is doing the 3 degrees. He has confirmed that that's not an issue. No, I'm leaning towards entrepreneurship. Which college is most friendly, Indore or Ranchi? Indore's curriculum leaves little time for students to explore things out. And that is based on my personal opinion, which I've heard from the current first year batch. That could be different for someone else. Please do your own due diligence. At the same time, it is common sense to be like, okay, Indore is preferred first because of the opportunities it gives you. Even if it does not allow you to do entrepreneurship in the best extent as possible as compared to Ranchi, which has venture attitude that has come with, shit ton of funds that they're helping out students and alumni and whatnot. Like I went there for the inauguration too. Really, really awesome things are going on. And they're trying to focus on entrepreneurship in Bihar, Jharkhand, have local entrepreneurship, have women lakpati and whatnot. But we here the glass is greener where you water it. So I hope that answers things. Okay, back to question. Back to this. We have almost completed only. Verbal ability का क्या? Treat it as a language. Please understand कि verbal ability section तीन sectional एक दिन में देख के you cannot expect to become better at verbal ability. Treat it as a language. You cannot use the same things that you do for quantitative aptitude. Please use your common sense. Think, talk, type in English. English is a language. Don't try to sit and memorize 50 idioms and phrasal verbs. As in, you're memorizing the definition. Ratta maro mat. Samjho kya ho raha hai with the idea of particular stories. We will come to that. And also recognize कि verbal ability के लिए you need to become extremely familiar with contextual understanding. What do I mean by that? Let me open today's daily आसे, ठीक है? एक attempt करता है. The curious case of a brass ceiling presents a fascinating paradox in workplace gender dynamics. While wage discrimination against women remains stubbornly quantifiable, persisting, even when controlling for every conceivable variable from education to industrial sector, the notion of an invisible barrier blocking female advancement proves more elusive to empirical verification. Elusive to empirical verification. Who can tell me what's the meaning of elusive? Or even if you do not know the exact meaning of elusive, एक guess करो. What do they mean by empirical verification? If you are a commerce student, empirical word is used in NCRT economics book. आपको मालूम होना चाहिए what is empirical data, right? Let's see the chat. Elusive means hard to pin down. Shitesh, if you are getting depressed by getting 320 in mock 1 and say 250 in mock 2, then perhaps you should call your common sense and understand the difficulty of a mock changes. If does विराट कोहली get depressed कि एक मैच में 100 लाता है, second match में 0 हो जाता है, फिर 50 आता है? It is based on various conditions. Please use your common sense and understand the objective of a mock is not to get 300 plus all the time. That is stupid. You're going to have hard mocks, you're going to have easy mocks, and your marks are going to vary. Alt, Masters Union का placement report सही है क्या? I know the people, even if Masters Union does not give them a placement, 80% of them are so smart that they will be earning a lot more than anyone who works in corporate, at least my friends and the people in my circle. Not, I can only speak for them. So we don't look at placement. Even I exited IM Launch's placement the moment I had the opportunity to opt out. And I was fortunate enough that my skills gave me, twice the highest MBA stipend without having a bachelor's degree at hand. So, वही है. Okay, empirical, practical, simple. So, a lot of you are able to give answers even if you do not know the meaning exactly. Understand कि ठीक है क्या हो रहा है. They're talking about wage gap. ठीक है? Empirical verification is just actual data. So numbers, factual data, all of that. So all of this will only happen if you have a ability to read and learn. So even in this case, if you did not understand here, if you double click, find the meaning and then save it, it'll be very helpful. And empirical is RC in IPMAT Indore. So if you practice 50 RCs for the next 50 days, so ठीक है 50 RCs, each RC is around 400 words, you get 20,000 words which you're reading, and that is more than what you've read in your first year of preparation. Okay, so let's be real. English can only be learned when you're putting in effort. But if you don't put in the effort of defining the word, learning from the meaning, and you just solve it, you see the answer, like, अरे सिर्फ 10 out of 24 आया, ठीक है थोड़ा सीख लेंगे, you look at the answers for 3-4 minutes, कुछ नहीं होगा. I promise you, कुछ नहीं होगा, कुछ improvement नहीं दिखेगा. Because verbal ability cannot be learned like that. Verbal ability requires you to put in effort in self-analysis. 80% of verbal ability is just self-analysis, 10% is practicing questions, and the remaining 10% is using English as a language. Please understand that. If you're into building new things in entrepreneurship and you've never done anything in your life about it, don't look at that. If you've done something about it, sure, you can look into that. Speak for yourself. Some of us read 200k words a day. What are you reading? Fan fiction? See, I don't know what's the working internship people get in first, second year of graduation. What skills do I need? How do I get an internship? I'll be putting a post on this on my LinkedIn tomorrow, so I hope that helps. Live हो रहा है क्या? Hi, the bandwidth could not handle the venting that I'm doing. Give it a minute. ठीक हो जाएगा. Probably bad stories. But no, if I may toot my own horn, idiom of today, toot my own horn, toot my own horn, basically means self-praise. Talk boastfully about oneself or one's achievement. Uh, I started reading a lot of books from grade 2. My highest, like, my peak has been reading around 140,000 words a day. I finished something I started in the morning. I did not go to school and I finished it by like 10 p.m. Did not put the book down. I read a shit ton of Enid Blyton and whatnot. So, wahi. Gaming channel, I'll again say, no need to worry about things. I was saying ki I'll put a post on my LinkedIn tomorrow on how to get an internship. Bhaiya, preparing for 2026 NHS for VA, what to lead apart from Aeon? Aeon mat karo yaar. Why are people leading Aeon for IPMAT? समझ नहीं आता है. Aeon is not the smartest choice right now. And reading things aimlessly is not going to be helpful. The best thing you can do right now for yourself is कि daily यार से हर दिन करो. That in itself will be a more realistic conditioned to prepare for verbal ability because you will be solving a question, you will be understanding and contrasting your thought process, and you will be writing the summary in your own words. And that is extremely important for you to become better at English. Writing practice improves grammar and vocabulary, and you get to use the words that you're learning. Normal, my peak is 350K words a day. God damn, that's crazy. Hats off and salute to you. I could never. Tejas Sonic, one of YouTubers recommended Aeon. She's from I Am Filmon. People have different opinions. I personally think it's not smart. I personally think reading newspaper also is perhaps not the smartest idea. You would do better. Okay, forget afterboards daily RC, which is completely free. Firstly, I only advertise this because आपको ₹0 देना पड़ता है to do all of this. Read an RC, read an editorial from any source if you're able to check that it is similar to IPMAT, if you're able to check your retention by solving 6 MCQs, if you're able to check if your summary is proper. Reading aimlessly is pointless. Normal. I honestly think reading Enid Blyton and other people, reading 100K words is better than reading academic. Normal. I agree with you. I absolutely agree with you. Given the point that you have enough time, like if you have 2 years, 3 years, if I had to recommend it to a sixth grader, eighth grader, then yes. अभी problem यही है कि not everyone in India had the privilege of learning English from their school properly. So because of that, अभी shortcut में समझना पड़ेगा कि how we can improve our verbal ability. Um, Anyways, अभी verbal ability का भी बात हो ही गया है, and we finished this beautiful journey that Vani has created. Abhi, let's go to one more journey, which I create, and this will not take more than 10 minutes. I promise you, 10 minutes. उसके बाद पूरा Q&A round 8:30 तक ये खत्म कर देंगे. 8:30 to 9 Q&A round. उसके बाद we'll call it a day. ठीक है? Just 1-2 question देख लेंगे. Normal. Getting comfortable with English is better than slogging through stuff you don't like. I agree. I started off with Enid Blyton and I loved it. I loved it. Ayush, can you give cutoff for sectional? We give how do I know if my section score is good or not, as every section has different LOD. 20 different question marks. Ayush, calm down. 3 बार question डालने से does not make things easier for anyone. Sectional में your objective is not to compare yourself with a cutoff score. Sectional में your objective is to identify कि easy question में 100% accuracy है क्या, नहीं है तो क्यों नहीं है, वो concepts learn करो. Sectionals are not meant for you to compare because it is unique to what you write. If you want to compare it, do it with the peak because that comes with data. I can pull a number out of my ass and say कि ऐसे हुआ तो 30 होगा cut off, ऐसे हुआ तो 40 होगा cut off, but I don't believe in that. And you should also become comfortable with embracing this ambiguity. Okay. LR का भी कुछ sorry, लो LR का भी कुछ बोलो. Tejas. LR is, if you're talking about IPMAT Indore's 5 questions of DILR, I have a video on the on our YouTube. It's called Why I Failed IPMAT Indore. You can look into that. If you're talking about GIPMAT and FOTUC, the LR is extremely easy. It is banking SSC level. Past year paper कर दो, वही चीज textbook.com या कोई भी Google में first 30 questions कर दो, हो जाएगा. It is not that hard. Masked man. Bhaiya, how many times can we attempt each mock in afterboards? Bhaiya, please include a few tests with IPMAT mock test. If you need sectionals along with your mocks, email it to us, contact@afterboards.in. And we can try making something out for you personally. So, wo ho jayega. God, I need a haircut. Okay. What else? How many times can we attempt each mock? You can attempt one mock fully once. I don't think it makes any sense for you to attempt the same set of questions with the same difficulty that you know about, that you have analyzed once more. So you can always review the questions, right? Okay. आप में SOP के लिए कोई टिप दे दो भाई. बेसिक शिट कर दो, चैट जीपीटी से पूछ लो कि how you can make it better, but do not copy paste it exactly. Learn that you're selling a story, you're selling a narrative. over in your SOP ki why you would be a good candidate. Don't try to put generic things. One good tip is ki your SOP, if it was copied by someone else, if it still makes sense, then your SOP is not personalized enough. LR के sections कब आएंगे? JIPMAT does not have sectional cutoffs which is going to make an impact like Jammu has, which is extremely basic. So since it has no sectional cutoff, I don't think you should be practicing sectionals on its own. You should learn how to manage all the three things and become fast at everything. DI कहाँ से करूँ? QA, MCQ, unlimited sectionals है ना? Like just open this, go to practice, go to sectional, click on MCQ. Oh, my screen is not being shared. Huh. Sorry. Go to practice, go to QA, click on MCQ, click on start test. You're going to get a fun, sectional over here. And every time you generate a sectional, it's going to be unique based on what the algorithm is understanding, because there's a little bit of क्या बोलते हैं, probabilistic nature in our algorithm. Okay. Ram Kumar, tips about grammar. We will be launching that 1 hour masterclass very soon. Like, give me like by the weekend, and that'll be out. Lecture ke liye batao. Kumar, first search result on YouTube. That will help you out. Okay. We have 85 people. I don't want to bore people out. Also, please don't ask extremely irrelevant questions right now. I already इतना थक गया हूँ with Reddit का DMs of people asking such weird things. So, alt interview tips, भाई हर जगह similar चीज़ ही होता है ना. And you also know कि I have an interview का master sheet. From which topic should I start quants? D. भाई देखो, our syllabus is over here. Syllabus खोलो. First में क्या लिखा है, progression series उठा के start करो. You doing progression series first or doing functions later, या functions first, PNS later, कोई difference नहीं बन रहा है. But one thing you can do before you start anything else is कि linear equation, quadratic equations, identities कर दो, ताकि you know how shit works. कुमार आशीष नंदन, DI के लेग कहाँ से करो? YouTube. Now, firstly, I do not know if you're asking me about IIM Indore का DI, or if you're asking me about होटक का DI, तो वो clarify कर दो. कुछ भी हुआ, you can go to this free website SplakeX, which is also in the subreddits wiki. ठीक है, logical reasoning दिख रहा है, click करो. Books है, playlist है, videos है. Playlist खोलो. In the next 50 days, I doubt you'll be able to complete all of it, but you will get really good practice out of things, right? A lot of resources exist, but I do not like giving resources to people unless I know where they stand. भैया जिपमैट में कितना मार्क्स लाने से EWS कैटेगरी में पक्का सिलेक्शन होगा? Oh, I love this question. Swagger. So देखो ऐसे काम होता है. Let's go to board gaya because they released their results publicly. ये इनका कट ऑफ डेटा है, ठीक है? 2024 में कौन सी कैटेगरी? EWS, ठीक है? EWS बॉय 271 मार्क्स में पक्का सिलेक्शन हो गया. बट 2023 में 289 चाहिए था. 2022 में 315 चाहिए था. अब बोलो 2025 में हम कैसे बोल सकते हैं कि पक्का सिलेक्शन होगा? It is dependent on the difficulty of the paper. Is the difficulty of the paper known? No. So I will not be like others coaching centers and give you a speculative number, because I believe that is bullshit. That is absolutely bullshit, has zero value, has zero substance to it. If you want to know how much marks you should be scoring when it comes to a mock, that is something I can tell you, because it is dependent on the क्या बोलते हैं, peak. For example, in mock 1 of JIPMAT, you should have scored beyond the peak. So perhaps 300 plus, like 2 bins, you can say. 285 भी ले सकते हो, but I like to, conservative number 300 plus. भैया बैंक एसएससी की पीवाईपी कहाँ से अवेल करो? तरुण गोयल, फर्स्ट गूगल सर्च रिजल्ट, बैंक एसएससी पीवाईपी. आ गया टेक्स्ट बुक, because I know the website exists and it's good. आ गया, खोलो कोई भी. You can also क्या बोलते download the PDF. You have to log in. They ask phone number. I don't like it, and then मिल गया सब चीज़. काम खत्म. Please understand कि if you're coming to an IIM to be a to be a manager, start your time management from today and learn how to get information on your own. Atmanirbhar bano for these things. Google will be your best friend. And if you have any doubts, you can always confirm and verify it with us. Please do start taking classes. Krishna, just 30 minutes ago, we went through PNC and we solved something and we learned a concept which takes 5 minutes to understand and which can get you like +4 +8 in IPMAT. ठीक है. Let's get started with this one small thing. And after this, we'll do a question answer round. Already 8:30 हो गया, तो 8:40 तक खत्म करके 8:40 to 9 question answer करेंगे हम. Rishi Udaypuria, what is up? I remember you. He was one of the first persons who got afterwards. He is currently at Futuk, right, Rishi? Like, I'm extremely close with all the students and I know them, their last name. I know exactly how much they scored, what they are doing, and whatnot. And I'm sorry if I missed any information. Okay, let's get started. We have 69 people. And technically, question kuch puchna nahi hai to leave this video, go solve, go learn. That is actually smart. बेसिक शिट रिविजन करना चाहिए. क्यों हम भूल जाते हैं चीज. The biggest regret of last year, asked from students, they said that they started late, they did not do revision properly and they focused on PI, but कोई फायदा नहीं हुआ क्योंकि उनका कट ऑफ ही क्लियर नहीं हुआ. तो प्लीज स्टॉप लुकिंग एट इंटरव्यू. टाइम वेस्ट मत करो, थोड़ा कॉमन सेंस लगा दो यार. ठीक है. अंडरस्टैंड कि बैड मार्क्स आर ओके, दैट्स द डिफॉल्ट. मार्क्स में अच्छा स्कोर क्यों आएगा in your first attempt, in your second attempt, in your 10th attempt when you've not even done Parai properly. So bad marks are okay, that's the default. Go through things and understand that you cannot quantify the amount of studying on the basis of hours. Someone who studies for 2 hours might be more effective, efficient, might have solved more than someone who put 10 hours but was distracted by mobile, distracted by something or the other and did not do properly. Okay? Maths is not social studies. Solve karo bhai, complete karo. Question डालो, pen paper use करो, deforestation करो दुनिया में by the amount of notebooks you complete practicing maths. ठीक है. So yes, all of this is important. और कोई important point है कि हाँ, learn from concepts. Already talked about ABC. Practice the topics you are getting wrong. Just like your ex, learn to move on from a question. Don't waste time. Thinking about this. So watching videos about IPMAT, thinking about studying, participating in doubt groups on Reddit, on Telegram, on even our WhatsApp ka common hall, that is not equal to Parai. Only solving and learning is equal to studying. Nothing else is equal to studying. Okay? Being good with math does not always translate to high mark scores because you feel pressurized and tense during mocks. How do you kill this? By calming your ass down. Understand, you're not here to solve all the 15 questions. Start off by thinking, let me solve 5 essay questions first. That makes a lot of difference. ये सब तो हो ही गया है. Backup college रखो. Common sense. Division is important. It's not duplicated effort. Basic stuff already told. Mocks are not a simulation of the final score. You know it already. Don't regulate your attempts. हाँ वही cut off predict ये सब मत करो यार. When it comes to actual paper, depends on the paper. ऐसे का कट ऑफ वेंट फ्रॉम 20 to 12 to 24, तो सब चीज़ ऊपर नीचे होता ही रहता है. You know the ABC strategy. Don't ration your mocks or sectionals. There are some people who are like, हम PYP last 1 week में करेंगे. अरे मत करो वो सब नौटंकी. It's not a simulation. पूरा PYP अभी खत्म करो ताकि you learn all those concepts as quickly as possible so that you can practice it. ठीक है? These things later. Verbal ability, please understand that your associative memory is very important. If you're looking into phrasal verbs, ki look into hua, look through hua. You cannot sit and memorize, ki look into, investigate something, look through, quickly read through a book or adult written material. That is not smart. You need to associate your memory with it. Look into. This is how I remember. Oh, hai na, ye wala look into ka. This looks like a detective's magnifying glass. So I'm like, oh, look into. Sherlock Holmes looked into the clues and solved the mystery. Look through. I remember this as me, outside my classroom before the exam, ki just looking through the notes frantically because मुझे उतना पढ़ाई तो हुआ नहीं है मेरे से. So look into detective work, look through me before the exam hall, going through my notes quickly. So क्या हुआ? It's just skimming, quickly reading through a book. ये चीज़ याद मत करो, ये स्टोरी याद करो, ये associative memory को unlock करो. And that is also why we are making all these, cute stories on phrasal verbs, and we've added a lot more also. Like, let's see. So you can see over here. Let's open, say, act. It was another adventurous day for Plug and Bhumi. I say we've just made like two characters, Plug and Bhumi, who work as an intern in a consultancy company. And they say, we should act on Sharma sir's email about the new project right away. Act on. Do something because of the information you received. Just then, her computer started acting up. Act up to not work properly. Act on. So now when you remember, कि, oh, इसका computer act up होने लगा, the computer started acting up, you'll be able to realize कि, oh, ये है meaning to not work properly, acting up, right? So ऐसे story से याद होता है phrasal verbs एक बड़ा now if I tell you learn new words and then give you the PDF of Oxford dictionary, क्या 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 बेवकूफ़ी होगा वो. So phrasal verb के लिए भी थोड़ा समझो यार, वैसे काम नहीं होता है. So yes, point being that. Hmm. Tejas Sonic, for the third time, I'm again going to answer. It is not illegal. It is not illegal. My junior does it. The second latest video on afterboards, उसमें भी बोला गया है. Okay, let's see the chat. What is up? पूरा website में भी dark mode डालो. Will do, will do. There's an RC on this topic and afterboards. Check it out. Cut off on the system in general. I think this was put 2 days ago. Let me open and show you this RC. The paradox of cutoffs in entrance exam. So you can read through this. It's a very fun RC. Anyways, point being, ये बंद करते हैं. Question answer. I said 840, 838. So वो ठीक से हो गया है. God, I need a haircut. Let's go through the chats. Thank you for sticking around. Question होगा. We'll reply correctly and then we will move forward. ये कहाँ गया हमारा YouTube live stream? इधर है. Lovely. God damn, 2,000 people saw this. Sheesh. Insane. Average view duration is 8 minutes. God damn. Crazy यार. मजा आ गया. Thank you so much यार. तो रीच भी बढ़ जाएगा अब. Highest concurrent viewers was 160. Nice. ठीक है. Chat मेरा लैपटॉप में लोड हो रहा है. Cool. हो गया है. Let's go one by one. ईशा रीच मिल गया. Yes, रीच मिल गया. Bhaiya, should I prepare fully first and then give mock, or give mocks and prepare side by side? Like it would take 2-3 days more to complete preparation. 2-3 days के ठीक है यार, 2-3 days ले लो. I mean कोई problem नहीं. 2-3 days में तो उतना फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. Oh, let me first make this also ताकि you guys can see the question that I'm answering, right? तो आपको भी थोड़ा आसान हो जाएगा. I am from Jharkhand. We're like, भाई कितना नहीं ये IIMs don't have state quota. Plus, please यार, focus on clearing without on your क्या बोलते हैं ability to score the highest of marks. Oh shit, एक minute यार. How do I? I'm scoring around 110 in Indore. Which strategy is better? Give mock daily, analyze it, learn our concept, then mocks. Prasad, do both side by side. That is the most important thing. Where's the link for the 24-hour free access? It most probably is not in the description. Tanush, oh, free trial. Just email it to us. Give your email. We'll be like, okay, we'll unlock 24 hours. But it's not for all the mocks. So don't think you can access everything. It's for 20 topic tests. I'm preparing from the last 1 year, covered all basics. What should be my frequency of mocks? Ayush, as much as possible. If you're able to do one mock a day and also complete that one mock properly with analysis, then do one mock a day. If you're not able to do, then do two. Also, do the one value, tell everyone to start by. Not sure. Okay, RC, got it normal. Bhalti Kumari Bhaiya, with just a JIPMAT mock custom, do I get access to daily RCs and stuff? Bhalti, you only get access to the number of mocks of JIPMAT, but you get one RC every day for free, regardless. But attempting all daily RCs is for all access users only. I need water. My throat is killing me. So while I have water, questions kya pushna hai push lo. I am going to take a 2-minute break. It's hurting like shit. So give me a minute. They've already answered this. Go back. All right, I'm back. Let's go through this. Ah, एक मिनट. Let's go with this. सारे वीडियो लेक्चर्स कब आएंगे? Hello. Tanush, we already have 15 mocks for free. You can attempt it now also. The free access is for things that you do not already have access for to the greatest extent. For example, sectional. अभी sectional आप ऐसे access नहीं कर सकते हो, तो आपको हम access देते हैं कि 3 sectional कर सकते हो. Now similarly, topic test आप 3 कर सकते हैं अभी भी free में. And it is very disappointing that a lot of people don't use all the free resources. Okay, I'm going to open this. Click on free mocks. देखो 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 फ्री. ऑल इंडिया मॉक भी आ जाएगा. 8 फ्री मॉक. IPMAT रोहतक 3 मॉक फ्री. JIPMAT 1 2 3 4 5 फ्री. Right, you can attempt it now also. Same cheese with practice. Time and work free है. Progression and series free है. Verbal ability में incorrect word free है. अभी ये sectional locked है. If you ask us on email, we give you an opportunity to unlock it. So I hope that made sense. So a lot of people also did not know कि ये available है free में. तो भाई please do this, and then your SWOT analysis is also available for free. So imagine you do all the PYPs and then look at your SWOT. वो भी कर सकते हो. Daily RC भी free है. ये भी हर दिन करो. Already 530 students have done this. Right. So I hope that helped. Cool. Why is it black? Black कहाँ है? I mean, when I switch to my OBS का thing, then it becomes black. Basically वही है. Okay, let's go through this. We have 15 minutes. Please ask questions that perhaps is not covered so far. भैया सारे video lectures कब तक आएंगे? Before the exam. I'm just looking afterwards topic test like questions and mocks. I'm sure that is enough. I mean, depends on your time, right? If you don't have time to do everything, at least do everything that we are providing, so the probability increases. भैया VA के unlimited sectional का एक pack बना दो please. Unlimited sectionals give you access to all our question bank. Unlimited sectional at a limited price is not something that makes a lot of business decision. वो unlimited sectional मिल जाएगा अलग से तो कोई खरीदेगा क्यों? You know, the full pack. We are anyways giving you 60 different sectionals in one of our custom packs. And we are not like other coachings where our sectionals are pulled out from our mocks and then your mock gets fluent. No, it's not the case. If you want something cheaper than this, and like we've given like scholarships to like 50, 60 students who had financial trouble. So please understand that we don't have a sales or a marketing team. It's just three, four of us playing around on that front. And we do things really well because we are competent. If you need something in between these two, email us. Okay? Go to contact and email us on ये वाला चीज on Indus ID. We'll try to help you out with your customized pack. But at the same time, know that these things are the most cost effective. Now, whether to focus, now whether to focus on taking JIPMAT mock or focus on IPMAT mock, Devi, it depends on what college you are focusing on. If you feel like IPMAT Indore is your main focus, go all in with IPMAT Indore. Ayush, I've given 20 indoor mocks, analyzed 12 out of 20. First mistake is don't attempt the next mock before your earlier mock is attempted. 70 to 80% theory, then it goes from 40 to 60 to 100 plus. It is a little difficult. It's a little improbable. Perhaps I can see you go at 80, 90, but I have personally not seen people have such an extreme jump unless, this 40 to 60 was their base and they spend 1 month learning max. भाई जिपमैट एम आएगा क्या? हाँ आएगा. Dave, can someone please put it on chat for Dave because I'm not sure. I might not being very clear कि exam के पहले आ जाएगा. Like we are still recording, we are still putting things. Or is this an earlier message? Oh, it is an earlier message. Sorry, Dave. I am so sorry. It will be very helpful if you do provide grammar, important topics, or formula. Swanan Joshi, I can provide you the PDF of Flen and Martin. But on a serious note, we are making something for grammar. It will have, very specific, cute, descriptive pages for the important topics based on JIPMAT grammar, which is tested very explicitly, unlike Indore. So yes, we will have that. Bhaiya, afterwards topic test is enough for practice. I will never ever tell any student or any potential customer that afterwards कर लो हो जाएगा, because हो भी नहीं सकता है. But I can promise you, afterwards का सब topic, the sub mock, sub section लिख दो, your probability of clearing the exam goes sky high. Providing formula. See, एक minute, देखो. This is the biggest mistake that comes because of CBSE. CBSE में मालूम है कि ऐसे का क्वेश्चन आएगा, ऐसे का फॉर्मूला आएगा, यही अप्लाई करना है, यही प्लग इन करना है. So when that becomes the case, you are memorizing and going forward with that particular thing. But if you go through the concepts of quants and make the formula sheet on your own, make your own formula notebook, that is when you will get learning outcomes out of it. Apurva, vocabulary के लिए कुछ बता दो भैया. Apurva, like we spoke earlier about the daily RCs, I would recommend you to do this. Ki you go to home, you go to daily RCs, you attempt something. Okay? When you attempt, you're going to find a lot of new words. For example, ye le leta hai, the paradox of cutoff. In the universe of Indian and and when you see new words which you might not know, for example, retrospective, define color meaning, looking back at past events or experiences, and you can see that this is the meaning of it. What is dysfunctions? You can go through that. You can also see the synonyms of it. You can also see the example sentence associated with it, problems or difficulties, flaws, imperfections. Now, your vocabulary should come from your continuous and constant practice of daily RCs, which is 100% free. आज का daily RC जाके attempt करो. It's on re-evaluating gender dynamics at workplace. For example, you might not know the meaning of empirical verification. You might not know the meaning of elusive. Attempt karo pura. After attempting, you can, double click the word and define it. And once you do all of this, and then you go to our dashboard and you go to words to revise, all the words that you define will come over here. And then you can use the spaced repetition flashcards. And for the people who have all access, we also give you word list. Ek jagah you can see all the words that you define. Abhi retrospective hua, dysfunction hua. Now imagine how convenient your preparation becomes with this. Don't waste your half an hour, 1 hour writing it in your notebook. Yes, that's basically the idea. Dev Vashne, LOD4 of हर चीज कर लो, मॉक भी कर लो, सब चीज साइड बाय साइड होता रहता है. प्लीज स्टॉप थिंकिंग कि एक चीज पूरा खत्म होगा फिर नेक्स्ट चीज में जाएंगे. Ayush Bhaiya, the 2024 Indore RC keeps popping up in sections almost every time. एक बार email it to us, we'll go through. We made a new algorithm such that we have a second verification key. This does not happen, but if it's happening with your account, we'll refresh it once. Just email it to us. Isha, very smart idea. We are trying to do something about that in our platform itself. Hopefully next year. Hello Bhaiya, last year IPMAT दिया था, interview not cleared, so I joined BBA here. What should I do after BBA specialization? Techtopia. Depends on you. मुझे फाइनेंस अच्छा नहीं लगता है तो मैं फाइनेंस नहीं लिया. मुझे मार्केटिंग अच्छा लगता है बट मुझे इंडियन मार्केटिंग का स्पेक्ट्रम में जाना ही नहीं है तो मैं मार्केटिंग भी नहीं लिया. मैं तो ड्रॉप आउट कर दिया. राइट. सो इट इज़ वेरी सब्जेक्टिव. तो आपको क्या करना है स्पेशलाइजेशन में? भैया genuinely asking, can someone clear IP Mat in 1 month from scratch? I'm a JE aspirant, yes. My cousin was also a JE aspirant. He did not study a single minute for IPMAT, got 200 marks. So now it depends on how good of a JE aspirant you are. Manya, why don't you write the All India mock or the free mock right now? See where you stand, compare yourself with cutoffs, and then figure out how good your base already is. My last indoor mock score was 70. Should I focus on getting better score in Photic and JipMat? Anjali, if you are a general candidate, I would 100% recommend you to be more realistic and switch your focus to JipMat. So मेरा बोर्ड्स आज खत्म हुआ. I hope it went well, Ram. मैं अब IMDb के लिए भाई IMDb has such a high acceptance rate कि just solve the 10 mocks on our platform, you will get in. Unless they bring some sectional cutoff cutting. Remember पे click करने के बाद words library से चला जाता है भैया. Apurva, remember click करने के बाद word library से it does not go away. It will always be in your word list. Among your flashcard, it goes from here and then comes back after every 1, 2, 3, 5, 15, 30, and finally 90 days. We have this spaced repetition algorithm. जो word आपने already, go through करके remember हो गया है 4 बार 5 बार, so you don't need to see it every day. That's basically the logic. And for people who want to see it for their own convenience, well, we give that. गेमिंग चैनल मेरे पास ऑल एक्सेस है. DI सेट लगाता हूँ. ओनली DI कैसे प्रैक्टिस करें? गो टू दिस वेबसाइट, लॉजिकल रीजनिंग, ले लो बुक्स, ले लो वीडियो, करो प्रैक्टिस. ऑल द बेस्ट. Out of topic question, but is there any caste discrimination in IIMs have you seen based on my experience? Ranchi mein, I have not seen caste discrimination. However, I've heard stories of those from different IIMs. However, all the IIMs are very, very adamant and they cut it down as quickly as it happens. You have a minority cell that helps out with this. Does influence work in interview? No, obviously not. They don't give two shits about आपका बाप कौन होगा. Does not matter at all. Is there any scope? टेक्टोपिया स्कोप हर जगह है भाई. स्कोप HR में भी है, स्कोप ऑपरेशंस में भी है, स्कोप सेल्स में भी है, स्कोप टेक में भी है. However, can you, is there scope within you to be in the 1% of operations? That is what matters. Are you that good with maths? Are you that good with linear programming? Are you that good with supply chain? Have you won case competitions in that? That matters a lot more. Have you published any academia? Have you published any conference proceedings in operations management? That will show your potential and aptitude. Curious question, why the DI topic tests aren't available? We just don't have enough resources such that sectionals all topic tests में दे पाए. As soon as we start increasing that, we'll do it for both. भैया मैंने 50-60 मॉक दिया है, क्या इन सारे क्वेश्चंस को रिपीट करूँ? आफ्टरबोर्ड्स के भी 23 कर दिया. Thomas Shelby, how much are you scoring if you've done 60 marks? Have you analyzed them properly? Techtopia, you're not going to find about it online because इसका कोई आंसर नहीं है. ऐसे कोई बोल नहीं सकता है कि marketing is 100% better than supply chain. कोई बोल नहीं सकता है कि consultancy is 100% better than marketing. It depends on what you have the most aptitude in. Ram, bhaiya, opting for IMB DB, good decision. It's dependent on, again, what you want to do. IM Indore might not be the smartest decision if you have Harvard at hand. IM Lanchi might not be a smart decision if you have Indore at hand, if your package and placement and MBA experience and all of those metrics are taken into consideration. IM Bodh Gaya might not be the smartest decision if you have a Generation 2 IM at hand. LPU might not be the smartest decision if you have IM Bodh Gaya or Jammu at hand. It is personal preference. Bhaiya, I'm NCOBC but still not confident enough. Anjali, then again, it's two things over here, right? Problem one, syllabus is complete but marks are stagnant. Or problem two, you don't know the concept. We've talked about this in detail. But rewind the video, you will get the answer for it. Talun Goyal, take SBIPO. That has decent enough questions, which is similar to JIPMAT. But Talun Goyal, apart from doing that, please solve the mocks. Because JIPMAT mein, it's all about solving as many questions as possible in the limited time. That's the main logic behind things, right? And having energy for um, 2.5 hours to complete your paper. तो ऑलरेडी इतना सारा फ्री है तो क्या आई एम इंदौर में बीए होता है ना हाँ प्लस इंडिया में बीए या बीबीए क्या ही फायदा है यार डिग्री हैज़ वेरी लिटिल वैल्यू इन इंडिया एमबीए आई एम अहमदाबाद भी देता है एमबीए एक टीयर 3 कॉलेज भी देता है एमबीए नहीं होता है आई एम ए होता है योर पेडिग्री इज डिफाइंड बाय द कॉलेज एंड नॉट योर डिग्री Bhaiya, why do a lot of people to do degrees, one offline, one online? It sounds intense and expensive. I agree with you. I don't. I mean, I would recommend someone ki instead of doing one more degree, perhaps work on your own business, work on your own startup, work on your own skills. But again, some people like that. Some people like academics. Some people like studying that much. So good for them. भैया ऐसे सेशंस आप every week ला सकते हैं. No, Yash, it's a waste of everyone's time. Instead of watching me right now, it's 61. I'm recommending people to leave this live. You will not hear any other YouTuber say this. I'm telling you कि ये live छोड़ो, practice करना शुरू करो. YT channel suggestion to learn QA. Dhanashri, which exam, which subtopic? Can I keep symbiosis as a backup? Siddharth, you can keep any college as your backup. अभी symbiosis पुणे अलग है, symbiosis कोई सिटी में भी अलग है. Symbiosis में क्या कोर्स कर रहे हो वो भी मैटर करता है. Backup with respect to what? It's very subjective, right? So if you get Jammu Bodh Gaya, will you then choose symbiosis? Probably not. You will choose Jammu and Bodh Gaya, right? So make your preference list. But at the end of the day, your preference list is only for applications. It's not for, overthinking things. Sneha, can we clear IPMAT in 1 month? Oh, बहुत लंबा हो गया ये message. But I have this message that I send every time because it's such a common question. I am going to put it over here. I hope this helps out. So write it, contact us back, and we'll be able to help you out better. What skill a first year graduation banda can learn? कोई भी skill बोलो यार. Design ले लो, UI ले लो, UX ले लो, communications ले लो, supply chain ले लो, presentation skills ले लो, communications कर लो, research कर लो, methodology सीख लो, statistics सीख लो, video editing सीख लो, website designing सीख लो, scripting सीख लो, automation सीख लो, business data analytics सीख लो, Python सीख लो, R सीख लो, NumPy सीख लो, learn how to import libraries in your Google Colab and make very small automation in Python. Scheduler सीख लो. दुनिया भर का चीज़ है भाई. Find a problem, fix it. I saw कि I am launching में we were not able to, like, all of us had to do entry exit out of our hostel when in our temporary campus on pen paper. So I made a Python application um, which allowed basically people to log in and say कि I am leaving, I am coming back, and an entire admin panel and whatnot. Okay. They have answered this 3 times so far. So I'm also seeing your message 3 times. So now, Dave, I have two things that can be happening over here. I have two things. Either your comprehension is not the smartest, ki you're not able to understand what I'm saying, which will also explain why this is happening. Or number two, you're copy pasting it, but you've not heard it. I know you're not that dumb, K. When I've explained it to you, I've given you the document which answers this. I've told you how to practice. Ek ghanta ke liye I've yapped about verbal ability. You're again asking the same thing, right? So it does not make a lot of sense. So Dave, let's rewind. Either you've not understood what I've said in that respect, perhaps I'm not the best tutor for you. Or second, you've not heard what I've said. So rewind it once more. I'm again going to send one document which I sent to folks. You can always email us your 5 why analysis and show that you put an effort into this, and then we can take it forward. Read this. Okay. IPM फॉरेन एक्सचेंज के बारे में कुछ बताओ. रांची में it will start from this year, तो वो हो जाएगा. इंदौर में तो people keep going. um, you have things in Europe mainly. So सही है यार. And it's not for everyone. You need to be a top student, तो वो भी याद रखो. What would your backup IPM BBA colleges be if you were to attempt in 2025? Um, these would be the backup, I suppose. देख लो. अरे प्रियांशु, thank you so much. भैया मैं 50-60 मॉक दिया हूँ after. Again, Thomas, I've answered this ऊपर में, and I'm going to ask you the same thing again. Have you analyzed them enough? Because if you've analyzed them enough, you would be scoring well. So how much are you scoring, Thomas? Please let me know. अरे जब IM के नाम साथ में न हो तो BCom के बंदे को internship पे कौन रखेगा? See, I have a friend who went to Christ. He worked, he got BCom or BB, I'm not sure, but he works at Morgan Stanley and he has a better stipend than almost 90% of the people in IPM. ठीक है? Your competency matters a lot more, not your pedigree. Your college name is not the end of the day. You being smart is what is going to help you score a better internship out and then convert that into a PPO. Dave, you don't have to apologize. I understand how frustrating it could be. But I've also spoken to you before, and I've not seen you do the 5 by analysis. I've not seen you give it to me. I've not seen that consistency from your side. I keep thinking you are worried about it, expecting that I will give you a magical answer which will fix your verbal ability score in the next 2 days. That is not possible. I'm again and again repeating that with respect to verbal ability, you need to treat it as a language. आप 10 sectional हल दिन दो, फिर भी verbal ability नहीं होगा. Why? Because verbal ability is not muscle memory. Languages cannot be learned like that. Languages take time for your brain to understand. So at least do the 5 why analysis, at least contrast your thought process, at least define the new words, at least read your daily RCs, at least do the flashcards, at least do the revision, at least understand where you're making a mistake and what kind of mistakes you're making in your error log. And then you will have the self analysis and understanding कि ठीक है verbal ability में ये करता हूँ मैं, ऐसे नहीं करना है. Think, talk, type, text in English. Try to make this your entire life. If you do not do it and if you only think कि मैं सिर्फ वर्बल एबिलिटी क्लास सुनूंगा, वर्बल एबिलिटी क्वेश्चन सॉल्व कर लूंगा, वर्बल एबिलिटी हो जाएगा. If English is not your first language or at least equivalent to your first language in the terms of proficiency, your verbal ability cutoff or general will not be cleared. This is a absolute fact and an observation that I'm seeing since 2021. Please take this to heart and understand कि 2 दिन में एक भी चेंज नहीं मिलेगा वर्बल एबिलिटी में, एक वीक में पहले थोड़ा सा चेंज मिलेगा. When you start learning rules की ठीक है, if I'm changing things from indirect to direct, I need to do it into past tense. Stuff like that. If I'm having commas in a sentence and I need to do subject verb agreement, I will ignore the things between the commas. I hope that makes sense. Night of night, please make a video on what factors we should consider when making a college priority list. Night of night, it depends on your financials, on your interest, on the city preference. I don't mind living in Ranchi. Someone might want Delhi or Bombay because udhar hi unka ghar hai. So your priorities is not my priorities. So be different. Bhaiya, jo all India mock hoga, do we have to give it on the same day? Same day. I have lost touch with IPMAT subjects during board. That's why I don't know from where to start and how. Sneha, go to afterboards.in, go to videos, time and work पूरा free है, खत्म कर दो. Go to practice, time and work free है, practice कर लो. उसके बाद और भी चैप्टर थोड़ा फ्री है, वो भी कर लो. मॉक्स भी ले लो. मॉक्स फ्री भी है 2019 to 24 and mock 1. वो भी सॉल्व कर दो. Right? I hope that helped. Techtopia, I'm 80 to 200. That is insane. 80 to 200 is insane. Sure, feel free to message me on LinkedIn. Are IPM students getting sidelined compared to PGP peers in the current tough market? Next, it depends on the IPM student. I can give you 5 examples of IPM students who've gotten higher packages in PGP. I can give you example of 5 PGP students who've gotten higher packages than IPM. Now, I'm Indore mein PGP students have the pedigree of IIT, engineering and whatnot, which helps them out, obviously. So you do have people in analytics get a higher stipend. with respect to averages and statistical measures. At the same time, in Vanchi, the highest, like five, six people, I'm not sure of the number, please don't quote me on this. This is based on, something. Please look at only the official records and PDF documents. What I've heard is कि two of the IPM students also got the highest MBA, highest, MBA internship stipend. तो IPM को भी मिलता है, PGP को भी मिलता है. So what does this say? Your competency matters more than your IPM or PGP का thing. But at the same time, I know कि at Indore there are companies that come. They're like हमको PGP चाहिए, हमको IPM नहीं चाहिए. So now that is a thing. But at the same time, there are companies that take all IPM students only and they don't take PGP students. So बहुत ऊपर नीचे होता है. Will the cutoff will increase if the exam is similar like last year? Siddharth, if the exam is similar, then the competition has increased. However, GIPMAT exam is sooner than last year, so people have less time to prepare. तो बहुत सारा वेरिएबल हो सकता है. ये सब चीज़ में पढ़ो मत यार. Look at more important things in life, such as where you stand, where the peak stands. Tulip, bhaiya, yes, ये इसलिए मिलेगा. And I analyzed them well. I'm scoring 210. Wonderful, wonderful. If you're doing 210, then my advice is very different from someone scoring 130, right? So I would recommend ki go to deep analytics and then filter out. So this is what I tell people ki, let me show you. Deep analytics mein jao. So you can see this student has given a lot of GIPMAT marks. So I will explain it with the GIPMAT example. Choose your marks, go to wrong unanswered, ठीक है? ऐसे का ये कर दो. And then learn from all of these questions. You can also go topic wise if you want. कि ठीक है, पहले हम QA देखेंगे. QA में algebra देखेंगे पहले. So you have 38 questions. And then you can start learning one by one. And when you do this, you will be able to analyze better and you will have a very quick revision, keeping, and respecting your time. So please do that. I hope that will help. Thank you, Thomas. Ansh, Bhaiya, I'm from Ranchi, just completed my 10th board. Can you tell me when to start and where to start? Ansh, the sooner you start, the better. At the same time, don't jump into a coaching and spend 2 lakhs of your hard-earned parents' money. That does not make a lot of sense. If you want to know how to start, I will give you a link which we've written, and that will help you out. Copy. Oof. Here you go. Taneshwar, can we track IPM in 50 days? Taneshwar, it depends on your base. JEE students can track it. If you've not done anything in your life, then mushkil ho jata hai, right? So write a mock, see where you stand. If you're getting less than 90 marks today and you're a general candidate at Indore, then chances is very low. If you're getting 160, 170, then chances ki हाँ हो सकता है. Movies, do IPM student given? अरे अभी तो मैंने आंसर किया यार. It depends on the student. IPM ho, MBA ho, it does not matter. It depends on your competency. You can be a dumb IPM student, you can be a smart IPM student. You can be a dumb MBA student, you can be a smart MBA student. Smart students get more preference, full stop. At least at Ranchi, no one is treated inferior or superior. It's only dependent on the kya bolte hai, competency of people. Litik, I'm from NCUBC. I'm currently scoring 118 marks. I am improving constantly. If paper difficulty same, okay, let's take if you are smart enough with quants to score 180 and you know you can push it to 210, 220, and you're also smart enough to understand that cutoff as a retrospective measure is a function of the difficulty and the competition, please tell me, using your common sense and logical thinking, treat it as an LRDI question. If the paper difficulty is the same, can you get in or not? Tell me the college and tell me what you think. Let it be an exercise to, push your brain. Bharti, I'm a JEE student, wrote the first GIPMAT mock blindly, got 233. I would want to know your sectional marks. How to approach companies. Approach companies only when you have something substantial to tell to them. I'll be putting a post on LinkedIn for that. What GIPMAT focused stuff are you talking about dropping? Shashwat, all the past grammar questions of GIPMAT being solved. Bhaiya, the lectures aren't working for me. Tanishq, don't use the Safari browser. If it's still not working on other browsers, change your device and try again because it's working for others. So it could be something device related. Make sure you have the latest operating system too. Zipmat, I've already answered this. Tapmika SOP, go back, searched in the transcript. And I've also said ki if your SOP can be copied by someone and it still makes sense, then your SOP is not good enough. Akshat, as your senior, I want to give you an answer that it's possible to get into consulting. Yes, you can get into consulting without a degree also. I have a friend who is a tech consultant, did not go to any college. He dropped out. He makes 1.4 CR a year. So it depends on your personal competency. At the same time, this is an extreme example of someone who has so much capacity and competency. If you're looking at big names like McKinsey and whatnot, for front facing role, they will always choose people with the better pedigree so that they can charge higher per hour. Joel, we had an entire session on how to improve verbal ability. Please scroll back. Is there any limit for love sheet in IPMAT Indore? No, there are no, but please confirm with your center when you enter it. Quants are improving in JIPMAT, but LR is decreasing. If your LR is decreasing, ऐसे नहीं है कि दिमाग से knowledge हट गया है. Revise, use the deep analytics. QA का syllabus कर लिया, revision भी कर रही side by side, mocks भी दे रही, but mocks में I get stuck, लेकिन question solve हो जाता है, but because of this बहुत से question ले जाता है. Apurva, I agree. This is something that has happened with a lot of people, and that is why we talked about this. कि marks क्यों नहीं आ रहे हैं? Problem 1, problem 2. Go through the live. It will help you a lot. LR is 55, QA 62, VS 86. Bharti, then if you are a JE aspirant, then I'm worried about your QA being low. It could be the case that a lot of the QA is not modern math like JIPMAT, like JE. So because of that, your QA was low. But please go through the past year paper, see where you stand, and please see the solutions of the QA questions. If you're able to understand, then good. Else, एक बार एक indoor mock भी दे दो. Let's see how much you score. That will help out. And also, we have a WhatsApp email. Let it maybe a lot of people put their mock screenshots and we help them out with analysis. I've done certifications in business analytics. I'm genuinely interested. I'll be reviewed. Will I be grilled too much? So it depends on the interviewer. Someone might look into it. They might not really care too much because all these online courses have no barrier to entry or exit. So they might just ignore it also. It depends on the interviewer. Abhinav Multi, Bhaiya, why is it that in India, someone with political connections can obtain an EW certificate without going to the office, while I have to provide numerous documents plus wasting time? It's unfortunate. I wish I could say something, but I wish that was not the case. And I hope people and the newer generations change it. Unfortunately, people don't seem to change. Timeline for your bite-sized lectures dropping. No specific timeline. We keep adding it every now and then. Hi, Felix. What is up? Ari, I asked this for CUT mainly but even from an IMB test perspective, how to prefer GK CM. A lot of these IAS channels, Jug and Josh and whatnot, go through GK and current affairs. Just a guy, I'll explain to you in this way. You pick the guitar today and you're expecting to sell, sold out shows like Arijit Singh or Ed Sheeran. Nahi hoga yaar. 4 से 50 आया, good job. पढ़े रहो. Last year के cutoff से तो I can get in Indore, but I'm not confident about PI. Exactly, PI is very subjective to the interviewer. Our chairperson said that perhaps if all of you had different interviewers, perhaps half of the batch would have been different, right? Interview 10 minutes, it's very hard to gauge a person. It is very subjective. So if you're not confident about PI, first focus on scoring as much as possible with the written exam, such that the 65% component increases. वो तो करो ATS to maximize कर दो पहले. उसके बाद 1 month होगा PI में हम होंगे. We like when Vani and I we take sessions, almost 800 people come for the क्या बोलते interview का thing. So how to stay motivated? By knowing the fact that if you don't stay motivated, someone who is will take your seat. Even if there's calculator online, so should we practice using it? Yes, you should. There wasn't online calculator in IPMAT PYQ. Are you sure? कोई bug हो गया क्या हमारे platform पे? देख लेते हैं एक बार. Exit exam. Let's check. So we'll finish it up. बहुत late भी हो रहा है. My mocks PYP 23 ले लेते हैं. Attempt start mock. है तो calculator. करो यार. What is this? What do you mean कि calculator नहीं है? SG 1411. How many mocks should I write? You can write 50 words and still fail. You can write one mock and still get into it because it is not dependent on the number of mocks. It is dependent on your base. So I do not know how much you're scoring. So can't say anything. Please be specific. I'm never going to be like other coachings and tell you कि हाँ 30 marks कल तो हो जाएगा. नहीं होगा. Like there was a student who wrote 86 marks in 2022 and he still failed to get into all IIMs except board गया. Now that is because on the DT थोड़ा मुश्किल हो गया. Priyanshu, go through this. Go through the latest shot of afterboards. I have explained to you 50 seconds. I'll explain to you how to learn new words and daily asses. Guide kal do thoda. I want to get into consultancy. I'm ready to work hard. Akshata, if you're willing to work hard to get into consultancy, the best thing I've seen among the consultants at Bain or McKinsey or any of the top companies is that they know how to get answers on their own really well. If you are not able to find how to get into consultancy without primary data, that means you should not get into consultancy because udhar bhi you will not have the best of your time. You will struggle a lot. If you cannot answer how to get into consultancy with the amount of ample information available online, don't get into consultancy. Sorry for the harsh reality check, but this is something that people think about a lot, but then they don't really put actions into it. Litik, yes, it is a gamble, but it does not hurt you to put 2 minutes into it and see if you're able to answer it or not. What about sectional topic test? I won't be able to find your topic. I won't able to find you topic. What? Sorry. What about sectional topic test? I won't able to find you. Okay, if you're looking for afterboards ka topic test, go to practice. Yellow topic test. Practice click karo. Solve karte jao answers. AMCAT life. I have 88 in 10th, 93 in 12th. Oh, even I had 93.4, but in 10th. Partial droppers, I'm writing this way. What are chances? Luckily, your board marks don't give two shits with respect to the weightage at Indore, Jammu, or Bodh Gaya. So you could have 70, you could have 99. Does not matter. So what matters? Rohtak mein it matters. Rohtak mein you still have a chance because 88 and 93 se फिर भी हो सकता है. They've reduced 10 का weightage. What matters is this. Your ability. like कहाँ गया यार वो whimsical. हाँ. Do I have it over here? No, I don't. Okay, let me open it over here. So basically the weightage of every college is given. See the weightage that has the, well, most, see the component that has the most weightage. Indore में 65, Ranchi में 50, Rohtak में 55, Jammu Bodh Gaya में 100. So exam matters a lot more than your 10th and 12th. I hope this makes sense. So focus on the exam. Yes, Sindhu, if you complete go through this live stream, you'll be able to figure it out because we talked about ये चीज marks क्यों नहीं आ रहे marks में problem 1 problem 2 go through this, it'll be very helpful. And if you've done all the IMS material and you're still not able to do quants, I would recommend you to do something else because it is perhaps not vibing with you. Yeah, I used afterboards last year. I'm currently at Indore. I'm quite introverted, not able to start conversation. Next, let's talk personally. LinkedIn में message करो. What do I write for ECAs? Lashmi, we have a very good video that might help you out. Go to shots over here. Okay. And we have this video called, yeah, filling IM launches IPMAT form. ये वाला देख लो, you will understand how to write your ECAs. So is it okay if I connect with you on LinkedIn? Sure, you can connect with us on LinkedIn. You can connect with us on our WhatsApp, on our email and whatnot. Honestly, people watching, if you haven't, Are, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'm Cat 5. It means someone scores good marks in IPMAT and still gets a chance to get rejected. Priyanshu, yes, depends on your interview. Interview का भी तो 35% है. Interview में 0 out of 35 मिल गया तो काम खत्म. Karthik, are sectional topic test included in full length mock? No. In the full length mock, sorry, in the custom pack, you have full length mocks only. And these mocks are extremely good. You get SWOT analysis, you get deep analytics, you get word define, you get flashcards, you get one daily RC every day. Crazy good. Topic test and sectionals are in the all in pack. But if you know on something and if you're able to facilitate that, email us. Tell us your requirements कि मुझे इतना mock चाहिए, इतना sectional चाहिए, मुझे Indore का topic test चाहिए. We'll reply back. But do note that these numbers over here are the most economical packs. So your custom pack might be very similar or close to this number too. So how to conquer max and quants? Being said, Entire first half of the video was all about that. Please go through that. I even took a fun crash course on permutation combination. AMCAT Life, that is true for MBA, not for IPM. But at the same time, we hit like don't worry too much about this particularly. People who are competent, उनको उनका लग जाता है यार, to the greatest extent possible. Plus now also you can see there's a lot of changes happening in the workforce and hiring. So you might see DI reduce because of what Trump is doing in USA. So ठीक है, oh fun stats, and I appreciate all of you being here. Thank you so much. We'll call it a day. One final thing, you can get afterwards. Oh God, what is happening with my hair? Really need a haircut. Huh. You can get afterwards. You can message us on this number. We have a coupon code. Um, it's called Padai Karo, PA. I'll put it on the chat. And you can grab 300 rupees off from the non-custom packs. But like IPM, people will also go for the MBA thing. People are saying it ruins the college reputation. AMCAT Life, don't listen to random people online. Okay, quick question. 878 might have a chance in IMI. Did some internship, 8, 9, grade, nothing in 11, 12. Could I add them in ECS? Gaurav, you could, but I'm Indore. IPM interviews don't give two shits about your ECS to, unless it's like extremely crazy, like national level sports, won a medal from prime minister. They care more about your academics than anything else. Is it a requirement of big consulting firms to have candidates? I mean, देखो consultancy में कैसे काम होता है? You need to send your person to a company. अब you are charging per hour. कब ऐसे charge करना होता है, you need to tell कि this person has a pedigree. So ये IIT मद्रास और IIM अहमदाबाद से है. Oh ho. Get it? That's basically it. I'm confused if I should opt Echo or BSc in domain of CAT. Yashika, do not listen to random idiots online like me. आप echo का PYP देखो, आप BSc का PYP देखो, and figure out in which you are good at. आपको marks maximize करना है ना? SOP में exactly क्या fill करना होता है? Statement of purpose, why you want to do this, what makes you an interesting candidate. Lot of YouTube videos on SOP. Anyways, thank you so much. Um, I appreciate it. We'll just take last two messages. So thank you for your kind words. I really appreciate it. I'm preparing for IPMAT 2026. Completed syllabus, gave 5 marks. What should I do now? Learn from all your mistakes. Learn from your SWOT. Solve more questions. The more you do, the better. प्राची during indoor mock में anxious feel होता, जिसके कारण जितना स्कोर आ सकता है नहीं आता. Tips to improve this. Become more used to it. Anxiety does not reduce by me saying something. Anxiety reduces once you become used to it. कि हाँ हो गया इतना marks लिखता हूँ. और कितना ही anxiety होगा once you've done 20-30 marks, right? Siddharth Sai Devi at the house, in the house. Siddharth Sai Devi was a batchmate of mine. Really cool dude, really cool dude. I wish I could get you on the stream if it was a Zoom call. But yes. ठीक है. AMCAT life depends on you. If you feel like it does not hurt your prep and you don't give the prep that much importance, sure, go for it. It's a wonderful opportunity. Rishabh, I'm confused between WPME and Black Book. Which one should I do first? दोनों में कुछ भी करो, it does not really matter because I'm assuming you're a 2026 aspirant क्योंकि 2025 में है तो दोनों मत करो. I would recommend you to do the daily RCs and the flashcards that we have on our website. So we'll end things up, and one last thing, you can message us on LinkedIn, WhatsApp, Reddit. You know all the places and the sources that we have, so don't worry too much about it. We have dunya bhar ka free resources. I hope you just open afterwards that, and once in your life you'll be very surprised at things. Now, that being said, we'll call it a day. और भी कोई question है तो hit it up with us. ठीक है? Gaurav, they can ask anything in your interview, so be prepared for everything. Yashika, best 5 subject or all 6? CVT में all 6. What ECA should be required for me to approach 2 big consulting firms during my college? win all the case competitions at IIMs, win the IIM consortium consulting competition. Some of our juniors won that. That is awesome. Why some coaching promote IFT Kakinada above Lanchi and Rohtak? Because they're, well, misinformed, ill-informed. I would never promote IFT Kakinada about Ranchi and Rohtak, mainly because कि I would never say कि Indore low about board gaya. It's common sense. IFT Kakinada में mainly they promote looking at the centralized placement. IFT Delhi का placement लेके IFT Kakinada को promote नहीं कर सकते हो. That is common sense क्योंकि centralized placement नहीं होगा क्योंकि INI status मिल जाएगा उनको. And I have also confirmed this with the administration at IFT Kakinada कि only the first batch will have centralized placement. Now, if other coachings are not going to believe that, वो उनका मर्जी है, but I will never misguide our students. स्नेहा गर्ल क्वांट्स कॉन्सेप्ट हो गया बट क्वेश्चन कैसे करूँ स्नेहा डू दिस प्रैक्टिस प्रैक्टिस क्वेश्चन सॉल्व नहीं मिला आंसर लर्न फ्रॉम सोल्यूशन दुनिया भर के क्वेश्चन से टॉपिक टेस्ट में सेक्शनल्स में और मार्क्स में योर ऑब्जेक्टिव इज टू लर्न डू इट आई होप दैट हेल्प्ड Okay, I have to go eat dinner. Thank you so much for watching, tuning in. हमारा WhatsApp group ये सब join कर लो यार. And yes, afterwards we'll have the All India mock. I hope to see you guys then. All India mock 4 April. Join WhatsApp to be notified. Click on it. Open the website. Click on it, and then join the group. Thank you so much. Have a good day, and all the best for IPMAT 2025, guys. Bye. Gaurav, I had the shortest interview, which was around 4 minutes. Indore ka, I'm not sure. Rashi, my father doesn't allow me to fill up Ranchi because he thinks Ranchi is not safe for girls very far from home. Dekho, I do not want to disrespect your parents by saying otherwise. Inside the campus, it's very safe. Um, like people roam around at 3 a.m. Like Siddharth was there, no? Like Siddharth and I and one more friend Keshav, all of us just sat on the bridge. And even if we were girls, nothing would have been, like, no difference would have been made, honestly speaking, because the campus is very safe. Now again, city में क्या ही बोल सकता है? It depends on where you're going, with whom you're going, what time you're at. Like, obviously, if you're roaming in a shady street at 3 a.m. as a guy, like, you probably might not feel the safest. Or as a girl also, you will even more not feel safer. क्योंकि problem है. If you want, the most I can do is give you or get you in touch with someone who is at IIM Ranchi. Maybe they can speak with your parent. Now, that is the best I can do, but I will not disrespect them by saying otherwise. I spoke with one parent who thought Jammu mein bahut safe nahi hai. And I told ki, sir, I promise you, your ward will be safer at IIM Jammu as compared to a school at USA. So please, please do not go on stereotypes. ठीक है, we'll jump now. Thank you so much. Have a good day. कोई भी mock analysis करना है, we have a very vibrant community at Reddit. उधर भी post कर दो, बहुत लोग help करते हैं. ठीक है? NPAT, what do you want from NPAT? I have very little information about NPAT. So yes, good night. Have fun. Tara, take care and join our WhatsApp group, right? Ending the stream. 3, 2, 1. Oh wait, one question. What's the point of writing GIPMAT if competition is increased in too many droppers? What's the point of doing anything in life then, my friend? If you are worried about 10,000 people or 12,000 people or 13,000 people, क्या करोगे life में? CUET में इतने सारे लोग लिखता है 17 lakhs, NEET 11 lakhs, sorry NEET was 18 lakhs, JEE 11 lakhs. ये competition से डरोगे तो life में क्या उखाड़ोगे? Job में you go, you have 10,000 people, 5,000 people, sometimes 1,000 people in like all those, jobs which are very centralized. So yes, does not make sense. भाई NPAT का exam कल दिखा रहा है. What do you want me to do about it? लिखो. जाओ exam center फिर. You chose the date, no? You chose the slot. Like the preference. All right. Good night. Tata. Take care. Contact us if you need any help. And understand that only if you solve questions, write mocks, show us your SWOT analysis, will we be able to help you out in the smartest way possible. या फिर हम help नहीं कर सकते हैं because we do not like helping people in generic terms. Figure out what your strength, what your weakness is, कितना marks मिल रहा है, and based on that, we can help you. ठीक है? Good night. Tara. Take care. And we'll have a lot more videos also. Yeah, so please subscribe. Take end stream. 3, 2, 1.